Once I mentioned, I just go to my this account. Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have two starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about two. Let my two until they come back. Anybody can. Anybody collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you, next season.
World Cup qualifier in Johannesburg. Johannesburg, yeah. You know, I think they've met 24 times now with Nigerian winning 15. 5 ended in draw, and South African claimed victory 4 times against the Super Falcons. And most of their victories, most recently, you know, we saw them in a 3 match away from this, a friendly match. It ended 4-2 in favor of South Africa, and 1-0 South Africa won Nigeria, another one South Africa won Nigeria 2-1. So most recently, South Africa has actually picked, you know, advantage against the Super Falcons. But you see in the nearest future, it's like they're going to take over the Super Falcons with the way they are coming, with the way they are growing into the game.
They are growing into the game. Doesn't mean the Super Falcons will remain the same way the Super Falcons was. And the two teams have a tendency to grow, and that's just how it is. Because when you look at the way the South African football is growing, you can't still compare to the Nigerian football. We saw that almost every competition, Nigeria will get to the semi-final of the WAFCON. And you look at it, even last World Cup, South Africa was ousted, I think, in the group stage. Oh, okay,
yeah,
second round.
Yeah, second round.
Too. So, it's just one thing that their football is just progressing. That they will take over from Nigeria is still left to be seen, because it's still a long way to go. Nigeria are the most successful team in the competition so far, WAFCON in Africa. So you can't just say that they will now start dominating just like that. It will still take time, even if they are going to dominate, because I don't see this Super Falcons just stay the same way. They will improve at one point or the other.
Yeah, they will improve, you know, with wardrobe. You know, when I look at, I try to kind of check what wardrobe has brought to the team. In his absence, we saw Justus Magudu, you know, who took over in his absence. You know, did great job. And to me, at that particular period of time, I saw the Super Falcons more effective in football. You know, their bite was high. You know, they are more aggressive than wardrobe. You know, but when I look at what wardrobe has brought, he has brought some technical balance. You know, with what we saw in his, I think when Magudu came, he never lost a match. He played 3 matches with the Super Falcons. He never lost any. He won all his matches and drew 1. You know, I think that was a good result.
Yeah, when you are talking about things like this, you have to consider the opponent.
Yeah.
Nigeria played Cameroon. Yeah, the coach tried, did what he could. But when you look at it, this wardrobe setup is more organized. Everybody knows their role on the field of play, and they know what they wanted to do. See, possession-based football is not the only way to play football. There are other ways. You can choose to be solid and defensive. It's not bad, actually. So it not depends on how you see it. But one thing I think the Super Falcons can still improve on under Wardrum, because it seems he has signed an extension to his contract, is the possession. The possession. You have to try to take control of games. Lay your stake on the game. So it's very, very important.
Yeah, so very, very important. Lay your stake on the game. And right now, it is the Super Falcons with the ball, but hey, they've won a throw-in against the South Africa. Their throwing about to be taken by the Super Falcons of Nigeria and quickly taken back into the midfield, and it is Nigeria with the ball. But hey, quickly they have lost possession again. And look at the way both teams easily lost possession. Do you think it is good for African women football?
Not just, it's not about what we are seeing on the field is not about African women football. This is about pressure. The players on the field are under intense pressure. You can see miskick. You can see the players, not wanting to overstretch. Look at, everybody is careful of the touch on the ball. Yes, the female football, you can't compare to the male football. Even in Europe, you will see somebody say, what's this? It's just female football. You have to consider the strength. You have to consider the gender. Yeah, so those are part of it. But when you look at with the way this game is going, it's just pressure. The two teams are very cautious. And South Africa doesn't want to consider another goal. They know that it will be more difficult for them to come back. So, the best form of attack is defense. Meanwhile, the best form of defense too is attack. So, you have to balance the two.
And it is Nigeria attacking from the right wing across there. That would have been a Ghana chance. Oh, what a miss! From the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but still, that has been recovered by the South African.
That was a good chance that the Super Falcons wasted right there. Really, really good chance right there.
And it's
what was she doing? What was she doing? Taking too long of a time making that attempt. She should have just, it was, oh my goodness. Look at that cross into the box. The ball jumped to where she was. She could have just picked it once, just maybe a little control and just a touch. She's in front of goal. So anything can happen right there with the goalkeeper, rather than delaying that for the opponent to recover.
Yeah, rather than waiting for the goalkeeper to recover, and she had all the chance. No defender was coming too close to her.
No, it was a defender that cleared it, not even the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but that because the ball control was not good enough.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just a little control in your space. Even she can control on the left, guide with the left leg, and release it into God knows where, maybe back of the net, or maybe force a good attempt of the goalkeeper. Maybe get a corner kick or something, honestly.
All right, and wherever you are watching us from, this is Premier Sport Fan Center. This is live watch along. Please don't forget to subscribe. And then also don't forget to send in your live chat messages. You can be part of this. You can drop your messages, and we'll be here. I will read it to be part of this show. Look at that. I think to me, so far, this is one of the best chances in this encounter.
That's the best, not just one of, that's the best chance so far. That's the best chance.
And it is Motalu from South Africa, one dangerous woman that if given the opportunity, she can get a goal against the Super Falcons here. And I'm very sure the Super Falcons should be aware of this. 41 minutes into the first half, and it's still goalless in this encounter. No goal has been scored by either side. And the match is still very, 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 strong from the midfield. They are both sizing each other, trying to get a possible loophole to get a goal here in this encounter. And it is the South Africans who are with the ball now, just passing, stringing passes across. And still with the ball with the South African, but that has been blocked. And let's see if the Nigeria will be able to take that. But the referee signal a throw-in, and it's going to be a throw-in to the South African. I see Kanu for Nigeria, the number 12, who missed 2 clear-cut chances in this encounter. And I know she will have to wipe herself. She will need to flog herself for missing those chances, maybe when she watched that later after the match.
Yeah, it's just football. It's just a loose ball. It happens. She had to react good. Where the ball came to, she had to first control. So the defender reacted fast too, but she could have done better. She didn't do better. So it has gone. She has to continue playing.
And look at how cheaply that Nigerian defender lost that ball there. And it is the South African who have recovered now. But you can see a South African down there. I think fair play have to come to play here right now so that she can be attended to. And it is the South African number 14. Yeah. I think she's complaining. We can already see a bandage in her face. And he should come to...
that was it was, I don't think that was intentional when it happened. They had that to her face. They headed her face. So it's just, football is a contact game. It's a contact game. So it's just, many of these things are not intentional, and it's Nigeria going on an attack right there. But you know, that's one thing. Their final third play, their final third, they need to improve, really, really improve on their final third play. Because if they don't improve, the pressure on this defense will be too much for them to curtail. So they really need to improve on their play. Look at this.
Look at the passes. Inaccurate passes here and there. And it is goalkeeper Ina Dozie with the ball right now. What did she do? She's take it down to the right back. Yeah, right back there. And look at that pass. And there's so much loose ball and so much recovery from both sides. They hardly string passes for like 3 minutes or 2 minutes with the ball before losing the ball.
First is female football. 2 is African female football. Saying stringing passes for 3 minutes, that might be a lot in female football. But you have to commend the South Africans. They've really been playing well. They've really, really been playing well, putting the ball on the ground. But it's just that their own performance in the final third has really been questionable.
Yeah, really been questionable. And look at that move against the Nigerian number 22.
12. Kanu.
Yeah.
That's number 12, not 22.
Okay.
It's Kanu that is down right there.
Yeah, Kanu that is down, yeah. And Wardrobe want to respond to that. Kanu is down. Would there be any possible replacement? I think probably this is the time for her to throw in Azizat Oshola if Kanu is down, because hey, she's the only one who have the attacking,
We
power.
don't even know if she's on the bench.
Oh yeah, she's on the bench. She's on the bench. She's on the bench.
If she's on the bench, maybe second half she will be introduced into the game. But you have to, and it's not as if Azizat too has really been in a top playing form like that.
Yeah.
She just moved to BFC in the US. So you have to trust the coach that saw them in training. There must be a reason why she's benching, she's putting Azizat on the bench. Maybe it's a technical approach, or maybe she's not fully fit. So that if it now comes to worst, you will have to throw her into the game and manage her like that. So there are a lot of factors that can come to play in this.
All right, it's already 45 minutes into the first half. Now it is additional time. Our regulation time for the first half is over. Now we are playing on additional time in this encounter. And it's Kanu who is being attended to by the medical personnel of the Super Falcon. And let's see if she can come back, but I can see she's looking good to come back. But yeah, it is a free kick against the Super Falcons of Nigeria in a dangerous position here. What did the South African do? They just take a short one there, and the Super Falcons recovered that and also lose that to a throw-in.
Yeah, the South Africans could have done better. Maybe send the ball into the box rather than that pass right there. That was a shabby one. And let's see if they can make do with this. And
it is South African there, but hey, they won a corner kick.
No, it's a goal kick. The lady miskicked that cross, and it went way.
And that was the Glatana who did that. And look at it. Oh, we missed that. There was no contact on that, and it's going to be a cool kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria in the additional time.
I don't know if they employed enough ball boys.
No, talking about, even look at the attendance. I was thinking this is an opportunity for the South Africans, to come out full out to support their darling team. To come out full out to support their darling team, given the fact that this is the second leg. I expected them to use home advantage against the Super Falcons of Nigeria by opening up the stadium for all the South African fans to come support Bayana of South Africa against the Nigerian side. But if you look at the stadium, it's not filled to the capacity, and I can count the number of people. They are not up to 5,000 in this stadium.
You will be guessing it might be more than that. All this stadium, it might be 40,000 capacity.
Yeah.
So 5,000 will lose scanty. So
but it's just like a drop in an ocean if you look at the number of
yes, what I'm saying is they might be up to 5,000.
Yeah.
But you know that in a 10,000 capacity, 8,000 will look like a huge crowd.
Yeah.
But in a 100,000 capacity, 8,000
Yeah.
might not look like a crowd.
All right. Before we go for a short break, can you rate the first half? Rate just what you've seen so
Just
far.
a balanced game so far. The two teams being careful, defensively conscious, and it's just a normal thing in football. And I think second half we will see more explosive football. And whichever teams want it more, I think should get it.
All right. That's how far we can go. We'll come back for the second half. Remember, this is the second leg of the Olympic qualifier, and that Olympics will be in Paris, in France. And whoever wins this stand a chance to go there. Already there's another match, Morocco versus Zimbabwe. Also, we played around 10-11 today. And also, I think those are another set that will have the opportunity to qualify for the Paris Olympics. So we'll go for a short break. We'll be back. Don't go away. Hello, viewers. You are welcome back to the second half of the Paris qualifier. That is the match between South Africa versus the Super Falcon of Nigeria. The first half ended in a goalless draw. No goal has been scored in that encounter, but we saw beautiful football in the first half between these two sides. You know, they took the ball to themselves, you know, from end to end, but it ended, the first half ended in goalless. But the second half just resumed now, and I'm still in the studio with Yemite himself. So what are your expectations in the second half?
I want to see total football. I want to see exciting football. I want to see two teams that really, really wants to come to the party. And I want to see exciting game of football.
Yeah, I want to see exciting game of football. Let's see if Nigeria can hold it till the end of the second half. The Super Falcons are looking for a draw here. A draw is enough to qualify them to Paris in France. And the South Africans are looking for a 2-goal win against the Super Falcon of Nigeria. And that will be enough to take them to Paris. But here, who is going to win the day? We just have 45 minutes to decide the winner of this, the qualifier to the Paris Olympics in France. So, so far, so good. Everything is looking good for the Super Falcons. But hey, remember, in football, never say never until it is over. For now, it is good for the Super Falcons. But let's see if the Super Falcons can get a goal and be in a comfortable position. Do you think that should be the best thing for the Super Falcons to do?
Yeah, if they can get a goal, but you know, going on the attack can spell loss of concentration on the defense. So they need to balance the two. It's very, very important.
Yeah, they need to balance the two. Very, very important. So the match is on, and it's still goalless. Let's see who will draw the first blood in this encounter. South African are determined. The Super Falcons are also determined. But sometimes determination is good, but it's not enough until you get your goal into the net.
Yeah, determination is not good enough until result is result backs it up. It's very, very important. So let's just see who will actually come to the party and come and deliver the goodies. Because now it's the Olympic ticket that is on the line. And it's been 15 years ago that the Nigerian team featured last. And that's not the best. I think, 15 or thereabout years ago. So I think Nigeria can do better. And they should be doing better, actually.
Yeah, they should be doing better. You know, as a giant of Africa, and one of the big names. And it is a South African with the ball now. What did he do? He has 2 men on a shot there. But, hey, that is going to be a goal kick. Was not on target, and that is Glatana, one of the dangerous women for South Africa, who at any moment in time, if the opportunity presents itself, she can get a goal against the Super
Yeah,
Falcons.
that was a miscued attempt there. She couldn't really drive the ball with her left foot very well, and she could have done a lot better. She could have done a lot better with the ball right there, with that attempt. So I think it's a good one.
It's a good one, and right now it is a free kick against the South African in a dangerous position. Yeah, in a very, very dangerous position. Against, that should be a free kick against the Nigerian side.
I don't know who is getting the free kick. Hey, South Africa.
Yeah. All right, let's quickly look at the lineup of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You know, we have on goal post, we have the number 1 goalkeeper, that is Chiamaka Nadoze. The defender, we have Osinachi Ohale, Christy Ichebe, Michelle Laloze, the beautiful woman, then Chidima Okeke, you know, another new, new person, new inclusion. Then for the midfielder, we have Alimatu Ayinde, Deborah Abiodun, Jennifer Echejine. Echejine is another new addition to the Super Falcons. I think she once played for the Super Falcons, but for a very long period of time, she has been away. And it is the Super Falcons trying to build up from the right wing. But hey, from the left wing, from the left wing. The Super Falcons still on with the ball. What does she do now? Into the midfield. What does she do with the ball? But hey, still moving with the ball. but it is still with the Super Falcons of Nigeria, still from the left wing. They are trying to look for the possible loophole against the Bayana, but that has gone to a goal kick to for the Bayana. So continue with the lineup for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Well, I've told you before that with the midfield we have Alimatu Ayinde, Deborah Abiodun, and Jennifer Echejini. Then for the forward line we have Chiwondu Ehezwo, Uchenna Kanu, and Rashidat Ajibade. Oshola is still not in the lineup today. She's on the bench for the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
She's not on the bench.
She's on the bench.
Yeah, there will be a reason. Like I said earlier, there will be a reason for Aziza being on the bench today. She's one important player for Nigeria. You can't deny that. She's not just called Agbabola, it's because she knows how to ball. And winning the African Player of the Year how many times in a row now. And it's just been a fantastic career for Aziza Oshola. So having that kind of a player on the bench, there must be a reason why the coach will bench her in this kind of important game.
Yeah, in this kind of important game. And it is the Super Falcons of Nigeria trying to build up from the midfield. Now, the change position, and it's Alozie trying to recover that. Yes, this is Super Falcons of Nigeria, but that has been dispossessed, and it's going to be a throw-in to South Africa. Yeah, throw-in to South Africa in their own half. And let's see what goes on there. Quickly taken, and Alozie there also blocked that ball, but there's a battle there between the South African and the Nigeria. And this is South African who won that, and they are attacking right now from the left winger. But that has been passed back to Chiamaka Nnadozie, and it is Glatana who has been a thorn in the flesh of the defense of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, giving them all the run for their money in this encounter. But look at that beautiful defense there.
That was safe defending, but really risky. Yeah. Because if they get a more tricky and very smart attacker, she can find her way to the ball, and she will be left to either commit a foul or leave her on goal. So those kind of balls, throwing better or corner kick better, is the best. Or the goalkeeper runs out and picks it on time.
Yeah, goalkeeper runs out and picks it on time. The Super Falcons with the ball this time around from the right wing. A good combination there. And Alozie, no, but that is going to be a goal kick to South Africa. This is not Alozie. This is the one who replaced them. Well, this is at Oshola. That is Ihazu. Yeah, that is a name. Her name is her name is Chiwendu Ihezwo.
Since she replaced Aziza, and she has to just come to the party. And South Africa attacking, but they lost that ball easily to the Nigerian defender. And one thing about South Africa is they really need to improve on their final third. They need to improve. If they want to get a goal, they need to improve in their final third.
Let's look the play. Let's leave the play. Let's talk about the fans. Let's talk about the stadium. Are you not disappointed with the South African fans not coming to support the Bayana?
No, you can't just say you're disappointed. It depends on the timing of the game. People might be at work. Some people might not be interested in female football. It's not a crime. So even in Nigeria, was the stadium filled?
But it's far better than this.
It can be far better than this.
4 times better than this.
Yeah, you can't compare a team that's won, I think, 9 or 10 AFCON to the one that just won one. You see, the fan base might not be the same. So it took Nigeria years to get to this place.
And it's a corner kick quickly taken, but it also lost. South Africa took the corner kick and they lost that easily. And it's going to be a goal kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. 53rd minute is still goalless. No goal in this encounter. And it's a conversation here between Chiamaka and the referee of the day. And we're having 2 balls at the same time on the pitch. But
she was just telling the referee that she didn't see that the ball was already on the field, that she went to take the second ball. So the referee was just telling her that that's last one. I guess the referee was looking at it like she was trying to waste time, that she's trying to delay play. So, and it's just the normal way to do.
And there is a Super Falcon player there on the field of play. And you can see the rush by the medical department, and that is number 17 for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And that is Chinwendu.
Let's see that attempt.
Ooh, there was a head that directed the ball to her face.
Yes, yeah. I think that directed the ball to her face.
Yeah,
so
to her face, and and she's down. And let's see if she can continue here. Oh, Shola will be coming in to replace her. Yeah. Aziza Toshola will be coming in to replace her. And you can see Wadrom, you know, I think he has gotten an information there. Probably she can continue.
Maybe not. Only time will tell. But I don't think that is strong enough to be. I guess these are just delay tactics. Any small touch, they want to waste as many time as possible on the ground. Why? Because it kills the morale of the game. Especially on the South African side, they are trying to chase the game. It kills the morale. The more you delay down, the more the morale for the opponent will keep going low. So you don't allow the play to continue, to keep momentum. So I think it's just one of those things in football.
Yeah, and you know, where Chidima Okeke, one of the newly, it's not an household name for the Super Falcons. We've seen her did very well. I think back-to-back now, they've not considered a goal. Since the first leg, the reverse feature they played, I think they were able to keep a clean sheet in that encounter. And here today, they are also doing it so well. I've not seen shot on target from the South African in the past 40 minutes in this game.
Yeah, that's what I keep talking about when it comes to their performance in the final third. It's very important. It's very, very, very important. Their performance in the final third is very, very important. And look at it, the way they integrate passes in their own half is not as swift as the way they do in the final third. And they need to transit. They need to transit that from their own half into the final third. And that was a terrible cross from Alozie. She should be doing better from there. No, not just the number 17 or number 7 right there. She should be doing better from that position. And is Nigeria back in possession, trying to dribble right there, trying to play in the teammate, but that one couldn't get to the ball, and a long ball from that South African lady went out for a throw-in to the Super Falcons. So the game is still there for the Open. It has been a tacky one. A really, really close tie and close game. The two teams don't want to concede, and South Africa is already chasing the game. So I think we are in for a second half that will be filled with a lot of pressure. So let's just it's game on, and let's see if the Super Falcons can actually do something that will make Nigerians proud of them by getting the ticket.
Yeah, let's see if Nigerian were attacking from the right side. You know, but still with the ball with Nigeria, but that one is a throw-in. You know, there was so much weight on that ball, and it's a throw-in to South Africa, quickly taken, and Nigeria recovered the ball quickly again. Now trying to attack here. Hey, that was a good pass, but she switched her position.
She was in an offside position.
Yeah.
Before
and it is the Super Falcons in the danger. Oh no! But the South African recovered that, and the South African are trying to counter the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And it is the newly introduced defender there, one-on-one, blocked that, but still the ball with the South Africans in a dangerous position there from the right wing. But hey, they have to slow down the pace. Quickly, cross there, quickly again! But oh, that is a goal kick. Well, wherever you are watching us from, please, you can tell us where you are watching us from. Send your location, and also don't forget to subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. And also, remember to share. Send in your own thoughts on this match. We'll be here to read it out. The situation of the match is 58 minutes into the first half, and it is goalless between South Africa and Nigeria. No goal has been scored. So far, so good. Yeah, so far so good for Super Falcons of Nigeria.
Yeah, not so good for the Bayern of South Africa, but there's still time in the game. the Super Falcons going on the attack right there. 60th minute of that game. Cross into the box, but yeah, straight to that South African player who cleared the danger right there. But it's now South Africa back in possession of the ball, trying to turn defense into attack. Moving forward down the left-hand side of the football pitch. Runs into the final, cross into the box. But hey, headed out by that Nigerian defender. And the referee says play on right there from that collision with that South African player right there. So it's back to the goalkeeper of South Africa, straight to that center back for South Africa, trying to send a long ball forward, but was easily headed out by the Nigerian defender, straight to the South Africans. And now it looks more like South Africa are just trying to load the ball forward and is beginning to abandon their playing on the ground, that kind of way of playing football.
Yeah, and this is the half-hour mark. 60 minutes into the first half, and it's goalless.
Hour mark.
Yeah. Half hour. Yeah,
It's
the
the
one
hour
hour
mark.
mark. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 hour mark. 60 minutes. Yeah. So and it is Super Falcons. No. Isn't it giving you much concern that the hold-up play of the Super Falcons is too poor, that they can't hold on to the ball for a very long period of time?
Yeah, you have to say that they don't really hold on to the ball like that for a long period of time, and it's something that they need to do better on. They really need to do better on. South Africa has done most of the possession. That's a cross into the box, but gotten easily by Nnadozie, the Nigerian shot stopper that plays her trade for Paris FC in France right there. And Nnadozie with the ball right there gets that one easily. And look at that link-up play from the South Africans. That cross into the box, straight to Nnadozie, who has a very good reflex right there, and gets that one and gets it easily. So the ball still in possession for South Africa, sent it forward towards the left-hand side of the attack right there, and trying to turn around right there, but the Nigerian defender blocked her. She sent a pass back into our own side of there, and they set a pass, link-up play forward, and the South African player couldn't get to that one, the number 8 right there, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria right there. So
Yeah, goal kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. I think the South Africans were asking all the question. They are showing more determination. They are showing more concern. They show more like they needed this Paris ticket more than the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You know, in the last 10 minutes so far, they have dominated possession against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But you can see the Super Falcons of Nigeria is like they are cool-headed. You know, they know what they want. At every point in time, they know how to go against the attack of the Bayern of South Africa. And so far so good. It's still a good result for Super Falcons.
it's still a good result though, but it's like they are living on the edge with this kind of way they are playing. It's a very slim lead. Just a goal, if they concede a goal, it will change the direction of this game entirely. And that won't be a good one for the team. So I think, though the defending has to be good, but even the attacking too has to be better, so that they can at least get a goal back in this game.
Yeah, and we saw before this match, you know, for a very long period of time, let me say like for 4 years or so, Nigeria never won South Africa in an open play, like during regulation period. They always within 90 minutes of play, they've not won South Africa for a long period of time. But in the last match at the MQ Abiola Stadium, we saw Nigeria score at the 43rd minute against through a penalty kick. Even I don't know, it's like South Africans have actually mastered the craft of the Super Falcons. They know their secret.
Not just it's not really about just knowing about secret. It is more or less their female football is growing, and it's growing really, really fast. So I think the main thing is about their female football growing. So not really as if they really mastered the Super Eagles like that.
All right, it is 64th minute into the second half, and it is still goalless No goal has been scored in this encounter. And time is ticking for the South Africans. And time is ticking for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And it is the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Bayern of South Africa has a chance now. Run through the defense of the Super Falcons. Oh, what a clearance there. And it is the Super Falcons who have turned defense into attack. But that has gone for a throw-in to the Super Falcons. And that threat was from Metalu of South Africa. And you can see the eyes, you can see the reaction from he is the coach of the South African female side.
The pressure has been on South Africa to at least get a goal, and that was a very, very good chance at the 5th minute of that encounter. And I think if they are taking that chance, it will be advantage to them because they are playing at home, and that would be a big plus to them if they could take that chance. But they didn't take it, and one man's woe in this case will be another one's blessing.
Of course.
So the Super Falcons will be happy that they couldn't take that chance. And
Yeah.
they still game on in that encounter. And Super Falcons losing the ball easily, that's one thing that they really need to work on. Their link-up play, their hold-up play right there, they really need to work on it. It's very, very important. And South Africa has one possession back. And it's Super Falcons just trying to defend and defend every time the South Africans are on the ball. And I don't know how long.
Talking about it, it's
Rasheedat
Ajibade. Rasheedat Ajibade is on the floor. It's down, and let's see. Oh, there was a
touch on
her. But that was a soft one anyway.
Not a soft. See
Wow,
the teeth
that was
of
a
the
stamp.
boot
It was a stamp.
on the shin.
Yeah, it was a stamp. Yeah.
The feeling is it will be peppery.
Yeah.
When you feel that, because it's touch that I felt very well. It will be first peppery. You will feel the bone from in front here, this bone. Once the stud of the boot touches it, it's not a funny feeling. You will think it's just a little stamp, but you'll be feeling the pain at the back of your head.
And that was happened to Jibadi. But she's up on her feet, and it's 20 Payne. Yeah, with the ball right now. Free kick against the South African, quickly taken. Is anybody there to edit in? But the goalkeeper could not hold that. But, oh, what a miss by the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You know, in a moment like that, that is when you need to. And it is the South African who have turned defense into attack. And Alozie is playing like a midfielder, but he has been roughed there. I'm very sure the referee is going to blow a free kick against South Africa there.
Yeah, that's a free kick right there. And I don't know why the South African player was reacting like that. That was a foul. You don't go into tackles like that. She's already under pressure trying to clear that. This is a foul.
And it's supposed to be a yellow card.
Yeah, no, maybe depending on referee's discretion. Oh, this is a yellow card.
It's a yellow card offense.
This is a yellow card.
And she's protesting. That is Glatana for South Africa.
You know, footballers, many footballers, let me say most footballers lie when it comes to things that happen on the field of play. You just want everything to go in your favor. And it's just part of the language people speak in the game of football. So,
but do you think that was well calculated by Chiamaka Nadozie for coming out?
Look at the defender. Look at the defender giving it to her. It should be the defender that should have cleared the ball, even to throw in better or something. So they put the goalkeeper under intense pressure. They've been setting some wrong passes for some time now. And that's a substitution right there.
Yeah, substitution number 6 is going in, and number 17 is coming out for the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
I think this looks my.
That is Okoronko, and Echejile is going out.
Okoronko, and I think this is a midfielder. If I'm not mistaken, defensive midfield. Yeah. Defensive midfielder right there. So I think the coach is now tilting towards defending for the latter part of the game right there.
Yeah, latter part of the defense, and it is the South African who cleared that one out. And it is the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Now it is like a up ball situation. They kick it up, head it up, and all the ball goes to the air. And it is Glatana trying to frustrate the defense of the Super Falcons. Now with Metalo of South Africa. A shot! And that is it! Oh! What a save by Chiamaka! One of the best chance for South Africa so far. And this is number 20 for South Africa, who did that beautiful work. But hey, Chiamaka was at the right position to save
Look at that ball.
Look at that shot. Just continue. Oh.
Deflected it, and the goalkeeper still has. You see, look at that deflection. You would have thought it would go into the net. And that was swift reaction from Chiamaka right there. And look at the goalkeeper folding her hand on her head like that. So.
Yeah, she must be disappointed with that because hey, that's one of those things about the goalkeepers. Talking about Chiamaka, she was balanced, psychologically balanced on the field. She was looking at the ball even after that shot, and there was a deflection. She was balanced, and she had that reflex to quickly grab that. That's why she remained number 1 goalkeeper for Super Falcons.
Yeah, she's a good goalkeeper, and she has been number 1 for Paris FC too. Yeah. And she has given them a whole lot of good performances. Even as the goalkeeper, very, very good performance right there. So it's really a really top performance from Unadozie right there.
A tough performance from Unadozie right there. And it is the 70th minute into the match, and it's the goalless. And talking about the match, the Champions League is on too. And that is the match between Arsenal versus Bayern Munich.
Yeah, the match everybody has been waiting for. A lot of people has been asking lyrical about this game. You know, the last edition ended in a 10-2 victory to Bayern Munich. And it's just one result that many Arsenal fans won't want to hear, but that's the reality. But right now, they are playing a Bayern Munich side that is really not settled. They are under a lot of pressure. Their result has not really been encouraging the way they should. Will Arsenal pounce on that? We still left to be seen. Now that the away goal rule has been chopped off from football, so let's see which better side will actually come up with the goodies in the match today.
Talking about the Arsenal side and the Bayern Munich side, you know, apart from the 5-1, 5-1 they play, it's tries now they play 5-1 against Arsenal altogether.
I'm talking about the Champions League.
The Champions League, yeah.
The last...
But when we talk about that also, remember that none of the Arsenal present players that played in that encounter, they are all new. They are all far away from.
It doesn't matter, but it's still the same Arsenal, the same Bayern Munich. And you know one thing Bayern has? They have experience, especially Champions League experience. Some of these players on the field have played in the Champions League final. So that is a big advantage for Bayern Munich. The players Arsenal have in the final was just courtesy Chelsea and probably Man City that have played in the finals of the Champions League. You know, Jesus played for Man City in that final against Chelsea. Jorginho was there too, and Zinchenko was there for Man City. Also, Kai Havertz, who was the decider, is now playing straight for Arsenal. So it promises to be an exciting encounter.
It promises to be an exciting encounter, and it is going to be a goal kick there for Nigeria. The match is still on, and 72 minutes, no goal has been scored in this encounter, still goalless. And Alozie, you know, we're talking about Alozie, how loyal she has been for the Super Falcons. Whenever she's called up, she always in the lineup for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, and she always brings her best to the table.
Yeah, she brings her best to the table, expectedly. Patriotism is one very important factor in football today, especially for Nigeria, a country that has been having some challenges right there in the country. But hey, there's no country without its own challenge too. But with the way it's going, we need more patriotism in this country, because this country we will shine and rise to the higher height again, hopefully by the grace of God.
And it is the South African now trying to force the defense of the Nigerian side, but a good defensive work there. That's been cleared, and it's going to be a throw into the South African, just close to the edge of the 18 box. And it is Glatana who has been a thorn in the flesh of the defense of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And it's like they've actually mastered that, and they know how to stop her from getting the goal. The defense of the Super Falcons.
It's just about total defending. When you see the way the Nigerian coach has set up, He set up like just defensively solid, contain the attack, and that's what Nigeria has done. They've not really had the best attempt at goal because of the defensive arrangement of the coach. So I think it's practically more about the technical input of the coach rather than just the brilliance of the defenders.
Right. We're talking about the technical input of the coach and the defensive mechanism he has actually brought to the Super Falcons side. You know, we begin to see in the last match they played against South Africa, and it ended in 1-0, just a courtesy of a penalty scored by Rashida Ajibade, and here it is still goalless. Are we coming to say it's just like the coach of the Super Eagles who played the defensive way in the African Cup of Nations?
The former coach.
Yeah, the former coach of the Super Eagles, and got us to the final. Is it? How will you compare these two sides, these two coaches?
Yeah, they are both playing pragmatic football, so you can't really say you want to compare them. Female football is different from male football. The difference is huge, and when you look at the approach of this one is containing the pressure. That one is constantly sitting at the back. You know, the Nigeria where you hardly see them string 3, 4, 5 passes, and if you look at the male team, it has a lot to do with the agility, they bring to play, the aggressiveness they give to play, and it's a whole lot right there.
It's a whole lot right there. And talking about the Champions League, it's still goalless, the match between Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. You know, a lot of people were expecting them, Harry Kane to score against Arsenal today, given the fact that he has been the player that has scored the Arsenal more than any other player. He has scored the Arsenal 14 goals in 19 matches. And in the Emirates, he has scored 5 goals against Arsenal. No player has done that apart from Harry Kane against Arsenal.
Yeah, Harry Kane knows how to score against Arsenal. But it's not as if he scores every time. And that's a good chance for South Africa. Cross into the box. That header, she couldn't place it on target. So right there is going to be a goal kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria right there. Look at that cross and look at that header. She was constantly being disturbed right there.
All right, constantly being disturbed, and he is the coach of the Bayern, who is calling the player, hey, we got no time, we just have a few minutes left, less than 14 minutes to regulation time. Hey, guys, wake up, do the job for your country. But hey,
that was a good chance for us now right there. Martinelli. I thought it was Odegaard right there for a moment. If it was Odegaard, maybe we'll be seeing a good goal right there. Look at that hold-up play from Kai Havertz. Martinelli played that one, but went way off target. Look at that opportunity.
All right, that is the situation under the Super Falcons now. With the ball, and this time around, he has one woman on her to beat. Whoa, but she was brought down, and the referee said, play on. No free kick. And it is the South African who have turned the fence into attack against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. A shift position, and it is Glatana with the ball. Close to the team boss. Oh, but that has been cleared out by the defense. The newly introduced Chinwendu of the Super Falcons has cleared that out, and it is the Nigerian who have turned defense to attack right now from the left wing. But hey, the defense of the South Africa are there to stop that, and it's Arsenal in the other match. But it's that has been a good kick. All right, that is the situation.
Yeah, it's one exciting game at the Emirates, and that's a good chance for Nigeria, but it couldn't tower its header on target right there. So it's going to be a goal kick to South Africa. Look at that cross into the box, and really, really exciting.
Really, really exciting moment in the match, and it is Arsenal who are trying to create all the chances now. Bukayo Saka has been brought down in that encounter, and the referee has just dished out a yellow card against the Bayern Munich player there. Let's see what comes out of it. And in the other encounter is goal kick to South Africa, and the goalkeeper is there to take that, quickly taking, and the battle in the midfield. See South Africa now trying to create chance. What did she do? Try to swing to the right, and the South African, oh, what a block there. Still in a dangerous situation there. Whoa, what a defensive work there by the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We are trying to counter, but hey, that countering has been stopped there. And the yellow card was given to Davis. That's in the match between Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. Yeah, and right now there's going to be a shift in this show right now. And the Champions League is on. And we have Shegu Shegalo, who is the anchor of the match between the Champions League. That is two important Champions League matches today. The match between Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. And the other match, it is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. And Shegu, you're welcome.
All right, good evening. Welcome to our live coverage for the UEFA Champions League match between Real Madrid and Manchester City. And in that game, we already have the first goal as Manchester City broke the first deadlock in that game. In the second minute, Bernardo Silva, the Portuguese midfielder, gave them the lead against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. And that game is currently lighting up. And back to the Arsenal game. That game is currently in the 10th minute. Arsenal 0, Bayern Munich 0. It's Arsenal who are currently attacking against Bayern Munich there. And Martinelli on the ball there. That should be going out for a goal kick. But the referees allowed that game to continue. It's Martinelli on the ball. The Brazilian finds his way into the box there. And is out for a goal kick to Bayern Munich. And it's the 11th minute of that game. Good evening, guys. And you're welcome to the UEFA Champions League live coverage.
Yeah, thank you for having us. And when you look at it, Martinelli lost it out of possession and finally took it out of possession himself. And I think they can't continue to play like newbies in Champions League. They need to step up. This is Bayern Munich. They might be doing badly in the league, but they can come with the goodies in the Champions League. And a good one for Man City, getting that goal. Bernardo Silva right there, getting that goal. All important first goal in that game. And we might be looking at a Champions League whereby Man City goes to the final back-to-back and maybe defend it.
That is still very much to say as we're staying in the quarterfinal of the Champions League to say if Real Madrid or Manchester City will be making it to the final of the Champions League. It's still about some months to say as we still have the semi-finals to come in the Champions League. And Arsenal were currently attacking against Bayern Munich in the 12th minute. Yeah, mate, this is Arsenal's first quarterfinal in the Champions League in about 14 years.
Yeah, first quarter-final in about 14 years. And their approach to it matters a lot. And I noticed something about Champions League. Many of the times when you are doing it the first time, you don't mostly get it right, especially in the Champions League final. First-timers, when they get there, they make some mistakes that you have to learn from. And I just hope that Arsenal don't start making those mistakes.
Here's a chance for Arsenal. It's Bukayo Saka!
How did it go?
Bukayo Saka has just broken the deadlock. And it's the North Londoner who has just given the Arsenal the lead in this encounter against Bayern Munich. What away for the 21 years old England international. And it's Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 0 in the 12th minute of this match.
Yeah, that's the way to announce yourself in the Champions League, to the heart of the Emirates faithfuls, the Gunners themselves. So, and that's the way to go. One thing I like about Saka is his precision. Really precise player. Oh, I think this will be chopped off.
No, look at the leg.
Look at Saka himself. Yeah. No, I think Saka wasn't actually offside there, but it was a good goal from Bukayo Saka. Typical Bukayo Saka goal.
No
come
touch.
Inward and just come inward into the field.
Look at it. He didn't touch that ball at all. He just played it once.
Yeah,
that's
he knows the corner.
Precision.
He knows where the corner is at the Emirates Stadium. Where it go for Bukayo Saka, the England international, giving Arsenal the first Champions League quarterfinal goal in over 14 years. It's 14 years, yes. 2010 was the last time Arsenal got to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And that time, Mikel Arteta was still playing football.
And Oshuala just came in from Izu in the Super Falcons.
Yeah, the game between the Super Falcons and Bayana of South Africa is currently in the 82nd minute, and that game is lighting up as South Africa needs a goal to push this game into extra time, and Nigeria can also qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympics by taking this game to the end at a full-time draw. So we follow proceedings from that game. 83rd minute and 7 more minutes away from the end of regulation time in that game. And back to the Champions League, the game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Yes, Bayern Munich attacking against Arsenal, looking for that needed equalizer in the first half. Let's see if the Germans can actually come back in this game. But talking about the Bayern Munich manager, Thomas Tuchel, it hasn't really worked well for him since joining Bayern Munich.
You know, the Bavarians themselves, the way they play is not the way they usually... the way they've played this season is not the usual Bayern we used to know. But their failure has not been just this season alone. it has been something that has been happening, but there has been no team to take advantage. What is happening this season is just because Bayern Leverkusen have chosen to rise up to the occasion and take advantage.
And that is the equalizer in the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Sorry, it's Camavinga with the equalizer for Real Madrid in the 13th minute of that encounter. And what a way to start that game right there at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. And that game is really lighting up, showing what it should be. A game between champions.
Yeah, a game between champions. You know, two back-to-back Champions League winners. Real Madrid 2022, Man City 2023. We are in for a long night of football. Both home and away, it promises to be an explosive encounter. End-to-end stuff all the way.
The Gaffer, let's talk about the Arsenal. Leading 1-0 against Bayern Munich. How do you see Arsenal taking this victory tonight?
Of course, I see Arsenal taking this victory tonight. A lot of people want to don't.
What a game of football right there at the Bernabeu Stadium. It's Real Madrid who has turned it over Manchester City head. Rodrigo with a second goal. 2 goals in quick succession. 2 minutes and 2 goals for Real Madrid to go to one top over Manchester City just in the 15th minute of that encounter.
Yeah,
what a game. What a game of football right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night of football. It's going to be a lot of exciting football. 2 big teams, 4 big teams, let me say 4 big teams in the Champions League. The game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, are 2 also big teams right now. Even though a lot of people don't want to count Arsenal as a big team.
And that's it. Set it straight into the hands of Manu Noir there. And what a chance for Arsenal to have gone to up there. It fell into the hands of the Arsenal right back, Benjamin White there. But he couldn't put that, he couldn't connect to that into the back of the net. And what a defensive mishap there from the Bayern Munich defenders.
My God, straight to the goalkeeper, really terrible.
He's not an attacker.
So he's not an attacker, but we've seen defenders really do better from those kind of situations.
We saw the kind of goal Bukayo Saka scoring.
Very
dangerous.
Bukayo Saka is an attacker.
Look at it for
Frimpong for Bayern Leverkusen. We do better from that position, and they are both right back, so he can always be more conscious of his attacking press.
Okay, back to that game between Nigeria and South Africa. Is the 86th minute of that encounter, in the South Africa who are making a substitution. Just 4 more minutes to go in that encounter. 4 more minutes for South Africa to find that needed one goal over Nigeria to erase the Nigeria advantage coming into this game, and the Nigerians will really be hopeful of getting this ticket to Paris 2024. And back to the game between Real Madrid and the Manchester City. Is currently 2-1. Real Madrid leading in that encounter, and that goal was made in Brazil. Rodrigo with the goal, Vinicius Jr. with the assist for Real Madrid in that encounter. And back to the Arsenal game, looking at the Arsenal starting 11. It's 4-3-3 formation. David Raya in goal post for Arsenal, and it's Benjamin White and Jacob Kewell who are both flanking Gabriel and William Saliba. It's a midfield trio of Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Martin Odegaard, the Arsenal captain. And up front is Gabriel Martinelli, Kai Havertz, and the goal scorer Bukayo Saka. And looking at Jorginho, it's looking like he already cemented his place in the Arsenal starting
level.
Yeah,
when you keep performing at a high level, back-to-back consistency, you know, teams like this, where you have a competing team like Arsenal, you have to fight for your place. You have to keep it. You have to keep your shirt. There's no shirt that will be given to you on a platter of gold. And since he's performing back-to-back consistently, then he will keep starting the games for Arsenal.
Okay, here's a chance for Bayern Munich without being the equalizer. That should just be the equalizer. Rightly, that is the equalizer. And it's the former Arsenal youth product, Gnabry, giving Bayern Munich the equalizer in that game. 17th minute approaching the 18th minute of that game. Bayern Munich are back at the Emirates Stadium. It's currently 1-1.
Yeah, currently 1-1. That's why in these games like this, you don't lose clear-cut chances. If Ben White had converted that chance, it would have been sinking Bayern Munich away from coming back into this game. Now they are back. You don't want Bayern Munich.
This is typical Bayern Munich. Yeah. Look at that launch. And what was David Raya doing here?
Yeah, what was he doing? Yeah, he's playing so high line because he could have been the one to receive that pass.
Yeah, but he left it down.
And look at the defense. Where was the defense? Opened, and they were just look at where was Declan Rice?
Yeah, so I think they need to be careful.
With that.
Yeah, that was terrible goalkeeping from Raya. Raya could be
terrible defending from Raya, and what a way for Bayern Munich to come back into that game. And that was Leon Goretzka with that assist for Serge Gnabry, the former Arsenal youth product. He never got that chance at Arsenal, and ever since leaving Arsenal, it has always been on the up for him.
Yeah, it has been on the up for him. He has become a shining light.
He has a chance for Arsenal to go to up. He has to go, but easily defended here by the Bayern Munich defenders, and it's Bayern Munich who are currently defending the lines against Arsenal. And here's Arsenal attacking against Bayern Munich with this big chance for Arsenal to redeem their image in this game. Easily caught out there, but still fell into Arsenal. Arsenal with chance, but Bayern Munich finally clears the lines, and it's Arsenal who are currently attacking through their goalkeeper. David Raya, the Spanish international, sends a long pass straight down into the hands of William Saliba, and Saliba comes inward to the midfield, holds onto the ball, returns it back to his defensive Pierre, the Brazilian Gabriel, and Gabriel on the ball there sends one to Kewell, and Kewell holds onto that ball, finds Martinelli on the wing, back to Kewell, and Kewell holds onto it and holds onto the ball, and he has a chance for South Africa against the Super Falcons of Nigeria, easily cleared there by the Nigerian defenders, and here's Mikel Alozie, who clears the line for the Super Falcons, and it has really been a pressure last 3 minutes to the end of that game.
Yeah, pressure field, 91st minute of that encounter already. And we just, let's see if the Super Falcons can hold their own or not consider.
91st or 90th minute? Which one?
91st minute.
Okay.
You know, it's already counting.
Yeah.
And it's 3 minutes additional.
3 minutes additional minutes in that encounter. South Africa has just 2 minutes to get a goal against the Super Falcons, who are looking destined for that Paris 2024 ticket. And talking about this Nigeria under-23 team, the Dream Eagles will be at the Olympics.
Yeah, they won't be at the Olympic. Really painful. You know, the Olympic qualifier is played like a tournament, and they couldn't really progress. It was a terrible performance from them. Let's just hope they can go and regroup and prepare for the next one.
Okay, we just hope they can prepare for the one in 2028. And it's a long time, but the Olympics is one of the most beautiful sports events in the world, if not the most beautiful sports event in the world entirely.
I think with the rankings, it's coming a bit behind the FIFA World Cup in the followership and the viewership and also.
Back to the game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. It's currently 1-1 in that encounter. And here's Arsenal attacking against Bayern Munich, looking for that second goal in this game at the Emirates Stadium. And here's the Arsenal winger, Gabriel Martinelli, on the ball, comes inward for Arsenal, returns the pass into the midfield, and still Arsenal attacking right now. The chance for Arsenal to go deep into the box, but he cuts into it and sends a cross there, deep there, but straight into the hands of the experienced Manuel Neuer, the goalkeeper of Bayern Munich. And here we are almost getting into the final minutes of that game between Nigeria and South Africa. And South Africa needs a late drama to hold on to this game or send this game into extra time. But Nigeria will clear the lines here, and a short one straight into the hands of South Africa.
Yeah, straight into the hands of South Africa. I think Nigeria playing 8 or 9 ladies behind the ball right there. And that's the way to go. It's easy.
Yes, Charles, but straight into the hands of the ever reliable Nadozie, the goalkeeper of the Super Falcons. And you can see the frustration on the face of the South Africans. It's like they are already believing it's a done deal already.
Yeah, it's almost done and dusted. And that's the way to go. If you cannot score a goal, then defend very well. And don't be like the Arsenal Football Club right there, that they can't really defend.
The Gaffer, you're a big fan of the female football of the Super Falcons, and they'll be going to Paris.
Yeah, that would be a very good one.
They'll likely be going to Paris.
Like,
We've seen some games changing the dynamic.
I remember. So even now, right now, we are all afraid to talk. Even at when we see 2 matches getting towards the end of the match, because we've seen so many late dramas in football, and that is the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's looking good for them. Good and fine, you know. So far, so good for them. I hope they get to the Olympics, you know. Today we also will be watching another match, Morocco versus Zambia.
That promises to be another interesting.
And
that is the final reason. That is the confirmation for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They've just secured that ticket to represent Africa at the Paris 2024 Olympics. And you can see the frustration and the dejection and the rejection on the face of the South Africans ladies. And that is why Nigeria is still one of the superpowers of Africa female football. And what a way Aziza Doshuala and a co-compatriots will be going to Paris 2024.
Yeah, what a way, you know, Aziza playing on towards our final last legs. And
they've been out of the Olympics since 2008.
Yes, it's been a long time. So they really will be happy to be back at the Olympics after 16 years.
Yeah, Nigeria will be having one football representative at the Olympics. Last time Nigeria has a football representative at the Olympics. Was at the Rio 2012 Olympics. It was 2012 or 2016.
Yeah,
One of the two.
Yeah, one of the two, the male football team right there.
And we got to the semi-final and won the bronze medal at that Olympics. Mikel Obi was the captain of that team.
Yeah, he was the captain of that team, and it was happy times. Was it the silver medal, bronze medal, or the silver medal?
Bronze, one bronze.
Because I think Mikel went to one Olympics where
Mikel went to the first.
The silver medal.
Mikel didn't go to the first one.
He didn't go to the
first
that's
one. 2008.
Yeah, when Messi.
Beijing Olympics.
Yeah, when Messi did his magic. So I think happy times for the Super Falcons. At least if the men cannot do it, the women are doing it.
The Gaffer, we saw the game between the Super Falcons and Cape Verde at the Abuja at the Moshida Bela Stadium. We're there live at that game, and we saw how much the game, the flow of football within those girls, and under the leadership of the interim manager. But right now we have Randy Wardron back in the Super Falcons as the Super Falcons manager, and 3 games into it. They've really struggled. They struggled against Cameroon at the Abuja, at the Moshida Bela Stadium. They struggled to win 1-0 in that encounter. And they've struggled against South Africa also. And now they're still playing a full-time draw against South Africa. Do you think it was actually a good decision to bring Wardron back?
Well, I think it's beginning to show gradually. I know that technically Wardron, AGM Justice Magodo, who was the interim manager of the Super Falcons, I thought much. But if you look at Justice Magudu, he knows Nigerian type of soccer. He knows the girl. He knows how to bring the best out of them.
There's another chance for Arsenal, but easily defended and it's out for a corner kick to Arsenal in that encounter. And that game is currently in the 26th minute and still 1-1 between Arsenal and the Bayern Munich. And also in the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City, that game is also lighting up. Is the most successful team in the Champions League, Real Madrid at home, the Santiago Bernabeu. 2-1 they currently lead against Manchester City. And going straight to the Bayern Munich starting 11, it's 4-2-3-1 formation for Thomas Tuchel and his boys. And it's the captain Manuel Neuer starting as the goalkeeper for Bayern Munich. Joshua Kimmich playing as a left back in this game. And Alphonso Davies both flanking Eric Dyer and Delight in the fence. And here's another chance for Arsenal, but straight into the hands of the Bayern Munich captain Manuel Neuer, ever reliable goalkeeper, but he's aging now.
Yeah, he's aging now, beginning to concede some funny goals though. But
he just came back from injury.
Yeah, form is temporary, class is permanent. But Manuel Neuer, any day, anytime, top performance. One of the best goalkeeper football has ever seen.
Yeah, no doubt he's one of the best goalkeeper football has ever seen. And yeah, it's Bayern Munich attacking against Arsenal, where Isla defended there by the Arsenal defenders and straight into the hands of the Arsenal centre back there. And it's William Saliba who drops it for Gabriel there. Gabriel sends it to Kewell, and Kewell looks forward and holds onto the ball, comes inward for Arsenal. Not in a rush to attack against Declan Rice, who returns it back into the hands of William Saliba. Saliba looks into the midfield, finds the former Chelsea Odegaard on the ball, sends it to Gabriel. Gabriel holds onto it and looks outward to find Declan Rice there. Yes, Arsenal attacking against Bayern Munich. And looking at this game, 1-1 at the 28th minute. It's now looking like a balanced game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it promises to be a total football match. This is a game where the two teams will go at each other. And,
look at our pass from Harry Kane.
Yeah, almost getting through to Sané. And look at how he lost that one. But hey, Arsenal is back in possession. Declan finds Saliba. Saliba with the ball now. And is Arsenal looking like a team that is not really sure of what they are going to do in this game?
That's why you get on the Champions League. They're playing like a 6-time champion, UEFA Champions League winners, Bayern Munich, and it's always a tough one against this German super team. Even though they are not in the best form, but you can't really take it away from them.
Yeah,
they're still one of the most dangerous teams.
You just said that it's like Arsenal, they're not too sure of what they can do with the ball. They're not, this Arsenal team you are seeing, they're more technical.
Not about what they can do with the ball. What they are out to do in this game.
We have seen Arsenal, how they twerk things when they play ball and get results. When you see them like this, just hold on. Watch football. What beautiful football. At the end of the day, you get results.
Shagun, we were on this set against Brighton. We saw the comment. We were sure about it. But if you are not sure, this is not emotions. If they don't look, they've considered a goal from a defensive error. that was a mistake, a miscommunication between the defender and the goalkeeper. And the defender went to pass to the opponent. So that's why I'm saying Arsenal don't look sure yet. They might now go into the rhythm and be sure, but right now they don't look sure. And that's the realistic one, because this Bayern is not playing like a vintage Bayern. If you see a vintage Bayern, you know that this is not how they play.
I can stay on the Bayern Munich starting 11. It's two-man in at the pivot role of the midfield. It's Leon Goretzka and Konrad Lamar playing for Bayern Munich. Then up front is Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry, both flanking Jamal Musiala. While up front is a low man and it's Harry Kane. He has a chance for that should be a penalty. And the referee spotted it and pointed to it. It was right in the spot. What was that from Leroy Sané? Look at that movement. Look at that run through the defense. And that is how dangerous he can be.
Yeah, that's how dangerous it can be. Look at that run, running through the defense. And that was surely penalty. Careless kick from William Saliba. Yeah, that was careless. And Gabriel should be doing better there.
No, he tried to avoid penalty, because if he had gone for that ball, the ball has already passed him. He would have, instead of that, he would have gotten the leg of Sané, and that would have still be penalty. Gabriel was able to, denied that penalty from coming from himself, but Saliba was not experienced enough to stop that penalty.
Saliba should have let him run down and go. That would have been a better decision, because he might miscue it on the run right there.
And here's a penalty for Bayern Munich. And who else than the man who has scored most against Arsenal, Harry Kane, who has a lot of goals for Bayern Munich, who will still be looking to win a trophy with Bayern Munich this season. He'll be going head-to-head with David Raya in goal for Arsenal. And it's the 31st minute and a chance for Bayern Munich to go 2-1 up against Arsenal. Yes, Real Madrid, Manchester City with a chance there. Oh, it was Real Madrid with a chance, sorry. And Rodrigo trying to get his second goal against Real Madrid. And Harry Kane times his run. Let's see if the England international and the English captain will be scoring this. And he looks to the goalpost. And let's see what he'll be making. He has a decision to make for Bayern Munich. It says David Raya the wrong way. And it's Harry Kane again against his favorite hunting ground. And at his favorite hunting ground, scoring against Arsenal.
It's been one who has actually hurt Arsenal most when it comes to scoring. Both when it was in Tottenham, the North London rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham, he always wound Arsenal whenever they play. Right now in Bayern Munich, in a different league, in the German Bundesliga, is still hurting Bayern Munich. Look at him, 15 goals in 20 matches against Arsenal. That is a good result for him. Nobody has done that. And in the Emirates today now, he's making it 6. No player has scored at Arsenal like that. So good for him. And looking at the way he's going, it's just unfortunate that Bayern Munich this season are not going to win the German Bundesliga, because the way it looks like, if Bayern Munich play their next match against Colin and they lost, then Bayern Leverkusen win their match. That means Bayern Leverkusen has won.
Bayern Leverkusen just
one win away. So that means they have won the league. Look at him, 38 goals. Let me land. 38 goals for Bayern Munich so far since he came to Bayern Munich. But for the league, he has scored 22 goals. And the only player that has scored more goals in the German Bundesliga, 41 goals, that's Lewandowski. He still have a long way to go to break that record.
And Shegun, I've been vindicated now when I said Arsenal.
He has a chance for Manchester City, but they couldn't put that into the back of the net. And Real Madrid will be breaking out against Manchester City, looking for that third goal. He has a chance for them to run against the defense of Pep Guardiola and his boys. And Rodrigo on the ball for Real Madrid, and sends the pass into the box. A chance for Real Madrid to get that third goal with that lead.
Oh my God!
And what shots there, what hits there from Rodrigo again, and it's looking like he's a turn in the flesh against Manchester City. Look at the difference in this defending here, and that's of William Saliba.
Yeah, look at the difference in defending. Look at composure before going into tackles, and that's important. You see, when I keep saying the first timers, you will learn on the job. I think this will most likely be a sacrificial quarterfinal for us now. Maybe if they come back next season, they will be better. Realistically, not banter. Because when you look at it, I said they look unsure. And a few minutes later, they considered an avoidable goal, an avoidable penalty. How did he run through 3-4 defenders and no one could stop him before getting into the box and take one for the team?
Yeah.
This is not the Arsenal we've seen this season in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's a different ball game in the EPL, and those nights on Tuesdays under the big lights in the UEFA Champions League, and that is why it's the biggest club football in the world. And yes, Arsenal looking for that equalizer against Bayern Munich. And would that be a response? And yes, Bayern Munich attacking against Arsenal, but Arsenal equal or getting the ball back and winning the ball. Lemar there brought down the Arsenal player, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Jorginho having the word with the referee. And he has another chance from Real Madrid in that game, but to go out for a throw-in in that encounter.
Yeah.
And talking about Vinicius, he has been playing more as a striker for Real Madrid these days.
Yeah, he's been playing more as a striker and going. Oh my God, that was an hashtag on Jude Bellingham.
Yes, Arsenal attacking a chance for Arsenal, but that was easily defended there by Bayern Munich, who looked to break against Arsenal, and a chance for them to hit Arsenal on the counter. And this might just be a chance for a third goal. And this might just be it, but he just flopped that. That was it. He flopped that, and that was Leroy Sané, and I expect him to be doing better there.
He should be doing better there. Look at that chance. All on goal. He should have just pressed it into the box and tried to get
But
that.
seems there's a problem with the Arsenal defense. Look at how much Bayern Munich are opening and splitting
They are
them aside.
jittery. They are jittery.
It's not, it's not that about jittery. It's that Arteta have gotten this tactics wrong. You understand why I say he got
And
it
it's not
wrong?
been the same tactics he has been using.
No, you can't use all tactics, same tactics for different.
4-3-3. 4-3-3 has
Yeah.
always been.
No. The thing is
the
that
gaffer.
I'm coming. What it does is, it goes. It's like he's not playing high line. Look at it. Most of the defenders.
Well, has that ever played low block?
It's not. What I'm trying to say, it's not going to be. If you want to play this kind of game, it's not going to be an outright high line like this. You have fast-paced players in Bayern Munich. Players like Sané, he has pace. You understand what I'm saying?
You I can remember, sorry, I'm coming. Like 15 minutes ago, I could remember you saying that Arsenal has more quality than Bayern Munich.
No, it's a different thing about what I'm saying now. When we talk about, I'm not talking about quality.
since
I'm talking about tactics. No matter how good your players are, if you run tactics against a team, you will not get the result. That's what I'm talking about.
This is not. I don't think this is a wrong tactics. I see an Arsenal team that is well set up, but the players are jittery. Look at the goals. I can give you real examples from the match. How did Sané run through 3, 4, 5 players? In the Arsenal that I know in the Premier League, one player would have stopped him. It is just, when you are jittery, you don't think straight. That's what happens. When you are scared, you don't think straight. And that's what is happening. This is a big stage. So they are practically being swallowed up in the heat of the moment. Maybe if Arteta can talk to them at the halftime, maybe they will calm down.
You see, maybe let me tell you, maybe you are using the wrong language by saying jittery. To me, it is not jittery. You understand what I'm saying? You understand?
I can actually see the jitteriness on the face. Lot of respect.
To me, I would say it is
giving
one.
Bayern respect.
You can say lot of respect. I agree with that. Then over anxiety is another thing.
So what is called
Jittery is for you to be jittery. That means you are shaking. You are.
Are you not scared of them?
No, he's not scared. It's not. I'm not sure that is the right word. It's not the right word to use.
Jittery is the analysis is not shaking. Is about the mistakes you make on the field of play. You know, silly mistakes that you know that can be avoided. That is when players are jittery, and that is what is happening to us now. This
check what jittery means.
Okay,
It's
currently 2-1 in both centers, both at the Emirates Stadium and at the Santiago Bernabeu. But the difference here is that the Santiago Bernabeu is the home team. Real Madrid leading 2-1 against Manchester City, and at the Emirates Stadium, it's Arsenal losing against familiar foes Bayern Munich 2-1 in that encounter. Yeah, and yes, Bayern Munich trading an attack against Arsenal and easily one back there by the Arsenal captain there. And here's Arsenal attacking against Bayern Munich, and with this great chance for Arsenal to equalize. And it's Gabriel Martinelli going head-to-head against Joshua Kimmich, and holds onto the ball against the Germans. And the Brazilian comes inward and drops a pass into the midfield. A chance for Arsenal to attack and trade 1-2 passes there. And Martinelli easily defended there by the Bayern Munich defender. Yes, Bayern Munich will be looking to break out against Arsenal. Sends a long one, but easily caught out there by Jorginho for Arsenal. But one back by Bayern Munich there will look to attack against the Arsenal. Goretzka on the ball, easily brought down there, and it's going to be a free kick. Oh, that was Harry Kane brought down there, sorry. And looking at Harry Kane and how much deep it comes to win the ball for Bayern Munich.
You know, the only hope they have of getting any laurel is the Champions League, and they won't want to go down without a fight. And that's why you see the number 9 coming so deep to even join the defense. Because if they can keep it 2-1 like this, going to Allianz Arena, they can actually secure the...
Okay, I'm talking about G3. It actually means to be nervous or unable to relax. And that is what has been.
That's also for anxiety. It's the same thing.
It's the
That's what I'm saying.
You are saying
And
you
you
said
said not
G3 is
G3.
wrong.
You said
No,
G3 is
what,
wrong.
how do you define your G3 now?
That's the definition.
No,
Sheffield
that's what
given.
it, but it's not the same thing you said now. That's what I'm saying. I said, when you say G3,
Okay,
that,
okay, let's just do that. Let's do that.
Let's
We're in the 40th minute of that encounter. Yes, Arsenal presented with a chance against Bayern Munich, but it's going out for a throw into the Gunners. And Ben White will be standing on that throw and sends one straight into the hands of the first goal scorer, Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka lays one down. And yes, Arsenal attacking, looking for that needed equalizer in the first half. The gaffer, do you actually see Arsenal coming back in this first half?
this is football, and we have seen a lot of coming backs in late dramas in football. We saw Chelsea, came back. We scored 2 goals, within additional time of 8 minutes.
Okay.
And we've seen a lot of late dramas. And I'm sure the Arsenal side, they are aware that here they are the Emirates, and this is their own home, and they need a win here so that they can be in a very comfortable position when they go to Bayern Munich to play the second leg. Probably they will be looking for a draw there. So here, I think they can come back in this encounter.
That was the first minute in that encounter, both centers, and still Real Madrid leading 2-1 against Manchester City. Manchester City having the better share of possession, but currently losing 2-1 at Real Madrid. It's always a difficult ground for any team to visit. And talking about the Real Madrid starting 11, 4-2-3-1 formation. Andre Lunin in goal post. Daniel Carvajal is the captain. And Ferland Mendy playing as the left back, both flanking Antonio Rudiger and Aurelien Tchouameni, who is playing as a makeshift centre back for Real Madrid. And in midfield, on the pivot role of the midfield, we have Toni Kroos and a young Eduardo Camavinga. And up front is Rodrigo, the first goal scorer for Real Madrid, the second goal scorer for Real Madrid, sorry, and Federico Valverde, both flanking Jude Bellingham, and up front is the Loma striker Vinicius Junior for Real Madrid in that game. And here's a corner kick to Arsenal in the 42nd minute of that game. 3 more minutes of regulation time to play at the Emirates Stadium. It's Bukayo Saka who is standing on that corner kick duties for Arsenal.
Yeah, corner kick duties and set piece taker for Arsenal for some time. And let's just see if they can at least come back into this game from this set piece. It's really, really important that they do this because they are playing at home. And they were at the Allianz Arena. There's no promise.
That's the corner kick that should just be a second goal, but easily defended. And the referee spotted an infringement right there. It's looking like it's Bayern Munich who will be taking this first half win.
Yeah, it looks more like it's going to be Bayern Munich, but they're still second half, the most important half of a football game. Maybe Arsenal will come with the goodies and come with to the party to at least get that much needed equalizer to at least bring them back into this game and see if they can actually take it up from there.
Okay, let's go back to that game. And here's a chance for Real Madrid against Manchester City, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper Ortega, as he just denied Vinicius a chance or an opportunity of getting the third for Real Madrid.
That was a straight attempt.
Yeah, straight attempt.
He couldn't place that one. He should be doing better from Vinicius right there. And I still think if Jude Bellingham is that first 9, maybe he will be doing better than Vinicius right there.
Okay, straight to Manchester City starting 11. It's also 4-2-3-1 formation for Pep Guardiola as Stefan Ortega continues to deputize for the injured Henderson. And in defense is Manuel Akanji also deputizing for the injured Kyle Walker. And Josko Vadoy playing as a left back. Ruben Diaz is the captain, and he pairs with John Stones in the center defense. In midfield is Rodri and Mateo Kovacic, who is playing against his former team, talking about Real Madrid. And in midfield, we have Bernardo Silva, the first goal scorer. Phil Foden playing as the attacking midfielder, and Jack Grealish making it the trio in the attacking midfield. Erling Haaland is the lone striker. There is no Kevin De Bruyne in the starting 11 for Manchester City.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, he has not really gotten enough match fitness. And it's a good thing if you have that kind of Kevin De Bruyne to come in the second half after reading the game from the bench. It will be an advantage in your favor. Now that they are 2-1 down, I know his head will be hot. And when you release him, it will be like a lion that has been caged. and looking for meat to devour.
Okay, let's see if we can devour that Real Madrid midfield in this encounter, or the Real Madrid defense, sorry, in this encounter. And straight to the Arsenal game, we are in the 44th minute, approaching the 45th minute of that encounter. Yes, we are into the 45th minute, and it's Arsenal who are looking for that needed equalizer. William Saliba coming inward into the Bayern Munich have returns the pass to Ben White, who returns it straight into the hands of the Arsenal centre back there. And William Saliba attacking for Arsenal. It goes back to his centre back Pierre, talking about Gabriel in that encounter. Back to William Saliba, and he'll be initiating that attack for Arsenal, and that was the wrong pass. Aimed for Ben White, but out to a throw-in for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Arsenal needs to come to the party. They need to do better. They need to calm down and just play their game. They don't need all this pressure and the shout of Champions League quarterfinal. They just need to be calm and take the game one at a time. And they can do better than this. They are really, really under pressure. And I don't see any reason why they will be jittery like this.
You know, when you talk about football, once beaten, twice shy, you know, when they remember the previous result, probably they are...
But you just said none of these players was in that team.
Yeah. You know, I said it now, none of the players was in that team. But sometimes you look at when you look at the record, definitely there's no way Arteta, as the manager of Arsenal, will not want to relate the history of these two sides, because those are some of the things they do. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a continual thing. Even the pressure from the fans also will also bring back the history of what has actually happened.
Either history or no history, they could keep their composure. Chelsea faced this team, a better unearthed as an informed Bayern Munich team at Allianz Arena in the final. And they've been defeating Chelsea with a whooping margin before then. But they kept their cool and won the game. What I'm saying is, Arsenal keep their cool, keep to their game.
There's a chance for Arsenal to get that equalizer before the end of the first half. We're going to get that into the box, and it's going to go out as the referee spotted an infringement against that was an offside call against the Arsenal midfielder, striker, Kai Havertz. And it's halftime at the Emirates Stadium. Bukayo Saka open scoring for Arsenal, but a response from the former Arsenal players, Gnabry and Harry Kane, brought back Bayern Munich into this game. It's the 20th game for Harry Kane against Arsenal, and his 15th goal against the Gunners. It's halftime at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal won, Bayern Munich 2.
Yeah, Arsenal won, Bayern Munich 2. A game that has been balanced. Bayern mostly doing the quick thinking, quick reaction football. It's not really about dominating play. It's about maximizing every chance you have at getting the ball. And they've done it very well. But it has just been thanks to a defensively shaky team, Arsenal today, of which they've not really been conceding goal. For some games now, I think 3-4 games, they've not considered a goal. But right now, they've considered 2. And they considered it, I think, in less than 30 minutes of play. And that's a terrible thing, because I think that those kinds of things, teams don't collapse just like that. It has a lot to do with being jittery. You see, losing your confidence, losing your head. I think that's a better word. When you lose your head, you don't think quickly, you don't react when you should. Because a proper way, Gnabry on that run would have been fouled outside the box before he got into the box. And looking at that miscommunication between Raya and Gabriel, they could do better. You saw Gabriel running at the ball. Why did you go forward? So I think it's just about being jittery, inexperience.
Yeah, inexperience. And that other goal, that goal scored to me, buck of the fourth goes to Raya, because if Raya was on the goal post, you know, it would have been an easy touch for Gabriel to just give him a back pass.
Yes.
But he left his position when
Gabriel was comfortable on the ball. Why did he release it to the opponent?
No, he didn't release it to the opponent. He was trying to create chance.
No,
you know, because
he wanted to find. No, he released it to Declan Rice, but it was not where Declan Rice was. He should have cleared that, because you were not in a balanced position to attack the ball. So clear the ball. It is just simple. If Bayern didn't get that goal, maybe it will still be 1-0 by this time.
Okay, let's look at the ball possession. It has really been Arsenal who has been seeing the better share of ball possession. 61% of ball possession to the Gunners and just 39% to Bayern Munich in the first half. Looking at the papers, it's looking like the Gunners can come back in the second half and do the magic against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, they can, but that is if I think Arteta will have a lot to talk to them about because they need to calm down. They need to calm down. Just relax and play. If they can relax and play, they will get this. Bayern is not vintage. Look at how they are. Even Bayern is scared, but when they noticed that Arsenal is jittery, they began to play their game because it shows that Arsenal is respecting them.
Yeah, you know, I look at it, there's so many motivational factors for the Bayern Munich side. One is that, hey, we don't have any silverware to win this season. This is really,
does Arsenal have anything to win?
they are still in the Premier League.
Have they won it?
Both
of them are
no,
still- both of them are still
no. They are not in the same category.
Oh.
They are not in the same
Arsenal
category.
is a fighting.
They are not in the same category.
in the Premier League.
Arsenal is still fighting for
But
right now. They are
does not
sitting
have
top.
the trophy right now.
Yeah,
No, we are not talking about
you know,
trophy as
it's
yourself.
about, you know, the season has not ended yet, so it's about fighting
Yeah.
chance.
Your chances to
the
win.
chances to
You have to make it clear. It's not like saying. Bayern
That's what I was trying to say. Probably you misunderstood
Okay,
me.
it's halftime
You
in that
understand?
game between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Is Real Madrid leading 2-1 at halftime. Bernardo Silva with the first goal in the second minute. Rodrigo equalizing for Real Madrid in the Camavinga equalizing for Real Madrid in the 12th minute, and Rodrigo puts Real Madrid on the top in the 14th minute. Just 2 minutes between both goals in that encounter. It hasn't really been the kind of Manchester City, I beg your pardon, we do see in the EPL. Real Madrid getting 2 goals against them in this game. And Erling Haaland hasn't really been in this game also.
Yeah, you know, the Kyle Walker miss will be a big factor for Man City because he has been one of the most important defenders they have this season. And the funny part and the painful part is just that he caught that injury on a friendly match, international duty, an inconsequential match. So, you know, clubs are just bent on just dropping their players because fever will come hard on them. But losing Kyle Walker at this very vintage time of the season really will be a disappointing one for Guardiola.
Okay,
but what can he do?
And the Gaffer will have a big second half at the Emirates Stadium. What do you think Arteta should be doing in the second half?
Yeah, what he should be doing in the second half, he has actually placed Arsenal in a position that is so difficult. It's not good for their psychology, for them to be down against Bayern Munich in the first half. You know, that first goal they score will have been a motivational factor for the team, for Arsenal side to continue to fight with the confidence, and the team will actually, the fans will actually support them to go ahead. But right now, it brings them now to more pressure. It brings more pressure to them, and you know sometimes what pressure does to a player, it somehow affects your flow of play because you are under pressure. It's different from when you play when you are when you play freely without under pressure. So what you should be doing in the second half right now, you have seen the Bayern Munich side, because definitely they will want to go back play low blocks and wait for a counter against Arsenal. The Bayern Munich side.
Bayern Munich should go defend.
Of course, that was what they would do. That's what they would do, because you know the Arsenal side too. You talk about the way
you've not really watched Bayern Munich this season. Forget they lose games.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich playing defensive game.
They don't defend.
Okay,
You've not watched it.
Last
Okay, let's look at the Bayern Munich team. Leon Goretzka has been the best player on the pitch, and how important has it been for Bayern Munich into this fixture?
Yeah, really important. You saw that assist for Ginobili, and with the way he set up that pass, the way he reacted to that mistake from Gabriel, the way he pressed the attack and set that pass to a dangerous position. Ginobili didn't need to control that ball, just a tap into the net. And he has been present in the midfield, causing Odegaard to flank to the wing. You notice that Odegaard has not really operated much from that central midfield. He has tilted towards the wings because of what Goretzka is doing right.
Okay, Ederson is back on the bench for Manchester City in the style. I say he will be back in the EPL. I'm talking about that man, Kevin De Bruyne, is looking like he's so much needed in the Manchester City midfield.
Yeah, it's needed. And you know, one thing about Guardiola, I'm very sure De Bruyne is not on injury. He's on the bench. He's on the bench.
He's on the bench.
He's on the bench. Good. So Manchester City
just came back.
So Guardiola will want to see him, probably bring him in the second half or keep him for the second leg, whereby he will come and do all the damages. But yeah, it's possible.
Most likely,
Yeah.
I think De Bruyne will come
In the second half, or probably.
Most
Okay.
like early
So
in the second half. Because, see, you don't win Champions League relaxing that they will come to my house. No. You have to deal with the enemy you see now, not thinking about tomorrow. What if your best attackers get injured this weekend in the Premier League game? So you have to deal with now. Now is the approach. Not thinking about the game tomorrow. Now, deal with it.
Okay, now is the approach. And talking about one man who hasn't really had a big game in that game between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and Manchester City, beg your pardon. This Jude Bellingham. We've not really seen much of him in that game, you might.
Yeah, he has not really come to the party. You know, Jude Bellingham is still young, but a lot of responsibilities on his shoulders. And I think these are the ways whereby pressure can swallow up young talent. You can see that the attitude, the performances he came with is beginning to drop. It's beginning to come down at this latter stage of the season. Yeah, I guess fatigue and being burnt out, mentally, psychological strength too has come to play. But I still think Bellingham has everything to take, because sometimes you can have look at the first leg of El Clasico. He was having a struggling, and towards the 9 minute, poof, those two goals came, and he became the champion of the day. So with these kinds of play on the field of play, sometimes you might just think they are not there, and they just come out with the flashes. And it's very, very important.
Okay, it's very, very much important. And looking at the Arsenal team, they'll be looking for a big comeback in the second half. I guess Bayern Munich at the Emirates Stadium. If win is needed, a win is needed in that game. Look at that first goal from Manchester City.
That was terrible goal.
That was terrible goalkeeping from Lunin, the Real Madrid goalkeeper in that encounter. And look at that defensive duties also of I think the positioning of
Vinicius.
Was that Vinicius? Rodrigo was actually wrong also.
Not even really about defensive positioning. I think it's about that goalkeeper not making that wall too.
Wow, it took a deflection, wicked deflection right there to give up Real Madrid the equalizer against Bayern Munich. It was Camavinga with the equalizer for the Real Madrid team against Bayern Munich. Look at that movement from Camavinga against them. Tried to beat Jack Grealish there, and beat him successfully, and took a shot which took a wicked deflection of the Manchester City defenders. And look at how they opened up the Manchester City defense for this goal.
Hi.
And this is a painful goal.
So the way it just rolled to the net.
Because the way it was going straight into the net slowly, you could think maybe you can rent a bike to at least want to hit and clear it. But it's just a very sweet goal to watch. Look at that. He went in front of the defender.
And Otega, what was he thinking there?
Look at.
Wow, that was a deflection. That was a deflection.
Konji there. Okay, we still have big second half to come in both centers at the Santiago Bernabeu between Real Madrid and Manchester City. That game is 2-1, and also at the Emirates Stadium, where Arsenal are currently losing 1-2 against Bayern Munich. They'll be thinking and they'll be hoping for a big second half miracle on this Champions League Tuesday night. So let's say we still have 45 more minutes to go in both Champions League matches, and we'll still be here in the studios to give you analysis and commentaries of those games. But we'll go for a quick break, and when we come back, it's going to be the second half. And it's the start of the second half, and we are welcoming you back to our second half proceeding at both the Emirates Stadium and also the Santiago Bernabeu, where the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City is going on. And back to the game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich is the start of the second half, and it's Arsenal who are going to restart the second half. And Arsenal made a substitution already. It's Jacob Kiewel who was substituted for Zinchenko.
Yeah, they want to go more attacking. You know, they need to get the goal. So that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Bringing in Zinchenko, who has more attacking press than Kiewel. So
okay, that's what Zinchenko is going to bring into this game, and Arsenal will restart the second half, and Arsenal still attacking against Bayern Munich, looking for that equalizer against the German most successful team. And yes, Bayern Munich, who are breaking out against Arsenal, sends the pass straight into the hands of Leroy Sané, and Leroy Sané goes against this man, that is Zinchenko, and beats his man inward there, but that late pass was actually overweighted one. And Sané should be doing better with his passes.
Yeah, Sané should be doing better with his passes. When you look at it, yes, they blame Thomas Tuchel, but a lot of these Arsenal players, Bayern Munich players, has been average this season. They really need to do a reality check in that team. A lot of that squad will be going at the end of the season.
Or should this game end 2-1 with Bayern Munich defeating Arsenal? Should it end at the end of 90 minutes? Do you see Arsenal going to the Allianz Arena picking a 3 points?
Yeah, it's really possible. Bayern now, they are not that vintage Bayern at home. And I think if you talk about being G3, this is the only match Arsenal will be G3, if they can learn the right thing from it. And you can see that this second half, they've been more calm. With the few minutes they play, just 1 minute, the way they've been running that, I think now their body are don't calm after considering that 2 goals. So now, see, when your back is against the wall, the only place to go is to go back to where you were coming from. So I think that's where Arsenal is at now. And if they can come back into this game, or maybe end it 2-1, they know that they need to take the game to Bayern at the Bavarian Arena, right there at the Allianz Arena. So I think Arsenal have their work faith in their hands. I just hope that they can take it.
Okay, they have their faith in their hands. Let's see if they can work towards it and pick up that faith. And there is Arsenal looking forward to attack against Bayern Munich, and the chance for them to get that equalizer across and into the balls, but no Arsenal player to get onto that, and still Arsenal in possession of the ball, sends it back into the midfield. And the referee spotted an offside, and it's going to be an offside call against Gabriel Martinelli in the 40.
No, it was Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz against Kai Havertz. Was it Kai Havertz that was in the offside position?
It's Gabriel.
I think that's who was in the offside position.
It's Kai Havertz.
That was the offside
that made
call.
the cross.
Okay.
It was the cross that was the...
And that is the 48th minute of the second half. And yes, Bayern Munich breaking out against Arsenal, sends the pass straight into midfield. And here's a chance for Arsenal to regain possession. The referee spotted an infringement against the Arsenal player. And it's going to be Bayern Munich who will be breaking out from a free kick in the midfield. And they hold on to that ball there. And it's the tall man in the midfield. If I'm not mistaken, that should be the light in the midfield on the ball for Bayern Munich. Delete, sorry, not the light. Sends the ball straight into the hands of Alfonso Davies, who looks forward and finds Goretzka. Yeah, he's Bayern Munich attacking, and Davies running into a crowd there, and Saliba to the rescue for Arsenal. And it's going to go out for a throwing to the Gunners in the 49th minute of that encounter. And also at the Santiago Bernabeu is the start of the second half between Manchester City and Real Madrid, with Real Madrid currently leading 2-1 in that encounter. 45 more minutes to go in that encounter also to see if Real Madrid will take this victory, or will it be Manchester City, getting a famous victory over Real Madrid. Back into that game at the Emirates Stadium, Bayern Munich, breaking out against Arsenal, and straight into the Arsenal goalkeeper hands. I'm talking about David Raya, who looks forward and finds the Arsenal defender Gabriel, who comes inward for Arsenal, holds onto the ball and looks back and finds his defensive pairing. And here's my problem with Zinchenko, always forgetting his position.
Not forgetting his position. This is the game plan why Arteta brought him in.
He has a beautiful chance for Arsenal, and it's Martinelli on the ball, comes inward. That eluded the Arsenal captain in the build-up for that, and still Arsenal possessing the ball against Bayern Munich. Gabriel Martinelli on the ball tees up the Arsenal striker in that game, and yes, Bayern Munich breaking out, but easily defended by Arsenal, who are still looking for that equalizer. A chance for Arsenal to run through the line, and the referee will be giving a free kick, and he awarded that to Arsenal. His Declan Rice was brought down by Leroy Sané.
Yeah, Declan Rice, that's quick thinking. He saw that if he can put them under pressure, they will give him a touch, put a touch on him, and he took advantage of that. He went to the ground and went down very fast. And it's free kick to Arsenal in a dangerous area. And there's one thing about Arsenal, they've been doing better from their set place attempts this season.
That is one place where Arsenal has really been a threat against any team, is the set pieces opportunity. And let's see if they can make this count again. Is Declan Rice and the captain himself, and the captain Martin Odegaard, who are standing on this free kick duties. Let's see. Okay, it's Declan Rice will be taking this, and he has the sole responsibility of sending that into the Bayern Munich box. And we can see the Bayern Munich players also looking and waiting patiently to hit Arsenal on the counter. That went some each over the goalpost of Manuel Neuer, and still 0. Still 2-1 Bayern Munich lead in the 51st minute of the second counter.
Yeah, I know that many Arsenal fans will wish it was 0-0 at this time. Hey, it's 2-1 Bayern leading at the Emirates Stadium. And I think this second half, Arsenal is beginning to show that they are really here to fight, and they want to get all 3 points in this game. At least win the first leg, and you don't know what will happen in the second leg. We saw what happened with the Nigerian ladies. We saw a 1-0 win is a slim win. Now in football, if you win 1-0, it's the same thing as winning 5-4. So it's not about a away goal rule anymore. It's about just the margin in between the victory. So Arsenal still have a very big opportunity to actually take this on the 2 legs.
Okay, let's see if Arsenal will be taking this over the 2 legs, and still 2-1 in that account. 52nd minute, and the throw into Arsenal is Zinchenko, who is standing on that, and a chance for Manchester City to also get an equalizer against Real Madrid. Jack Grealish, who goes for the collar, but that went wide over the goalpost of Real Madrid, and Arsenal takes that throw in and straight into the back in place. Arsenal in possession. Zinchenko on the ball for the Gunners, comes inward there, but that's the wayward pass, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Bayern Munich. We've seen 7 minutes of action already in the second half, and it's still both teams firing against each other.
Yeah, both teams firing against each other. Unfortunately, the two England team are down. The 2-1, but Arsenal is more, it's more bad because Arsenal is playing at the Emirates at home against Bayern Munich. But it's not over yet. I know Man City have the capability, but playing against Real Madrid, who have Champions League.
Chance for Bayern Munich to go against the Gunners, and late pass into the defense. Sané again with a wayward pass for the Bayern Munich, and Arsenal breaking out and looking for that opportunity to open up the Bayern Munich defense. Zinchenko on the ball for Arsenal, holds onto it and comes inward into the midfield for Arsenal, and looking for that breakthrough. Another chance for Manchester City, a cross, but that couldn't get straight to Erling Haaland, who was the destined, or the person that pass was aimed for. And yes, back in that game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich out with the ball against Arsenal, breaking out, looking for that third goal. Let's see if they'll be getting that, and looks around over the Arsenal defense, and yeah, he's Musiala on the ball, dispossessed by the Arsenal midfielders. And it's Arsenal who are back in possession, attacking right now, and looks to hold on to that ball. And it's the 54th minute of that game. We're about 1 minute away from getting into 10 minutes.
Yeah, 1 minute away from getting into 10 minutes in that game between Bayern and Arsenal Football Club. But it has been a more exciting first 10 minutes of the first half, whereby Arsenal has come to the party. Now, that jittery, you see less of it right now. They are now more like a team that they know what is at stake. And that's why it's very important for you to have a very tactically and technically sound coach, who can really break down information and send the right information to the players, and you see his input in every game right there.
Okay, let's see if that input will be coming into this game as Arsenal looks to attack against Bayern Munich. Is Zinchenko, who has been seeing a lot of balls since coming into this game in the second half. And let's see if he'll be able to charge his team forward and get that needed equalizer. Sends the pass straight into the hands of the onrushing Martinelli, who comes inward for Arsenal, holds onto the ball, releases it. So Gabriel, if I'm not mistaken, there, and it's Arsenal attacking right now. A chance for Arsenal to go straight and break through the defense of Bayern Munich. A cross from Zinchenko, but that was easily dispossessed and blocked by Bayern Munich. Arsenal back in possession. Gabriel on the floor, looking so much in pain. And it's going to be a yellow card for the England captain, Harry Kane.
Yeah, yellow card, rightfully so. But VR will most likely check this for a possible red card.
Wow.
That was a elbow to him.
No, when you look at it,
It looks intentional.
it looks intentional, and VR will check this.
Let's see if we are checking out, and Harry Kane getting a yellow card for that elbow to the mouth of Gabriel. We saw Cristiano Ronaldo got a red card yesterday for Al Nassr, and he went into fighting mode yesterday.
Yeah, I went into the fighting mode. You know, football, emotions. This is an emotional game, so all these things will always come to play. Even the best in the world usually spill emotions. We saw Messi with the sign to the Netherlands coach, all emotions coming down. And that's one of the reasons why we love this game.
You know, and I'm talking about Harry Kane, who just got a yellow card. You know, we're talking about his defensive sense. Though he's a striker who has scored many goals, he contributes mostly to the defenders, to midfield, and he's an all-rounder player. You know, right now with this goal he just scored, he just went top of the Champions League chart of scoring. Because prior to this match, we have 6 players who scored 6 goals this season in the Champions League. We have Harry Kane, Griezmann, Erling Haaland, and Mbappe. But with this goal he just scored now, he's 7 ahead of all of them. So it's a good one for him.
And Kylian Mbappe will play tomorrow.
Yeah,
most likely will get a goal.
Yes, Real Madrid attacking against Bayern, against Manchester City, were easily defended there. It's Arsenal were back in possession against Bayern Munich, hold on to the ball. Still looking for that breakthrough for them to get that second goal. Odegaard on the ball comes inward and finds Zinchenko, and straight forward there, easily blocked, and it's Bayern Munich. Jude Bellingham he's Bayern Munich breaking out and looking for that needed third goal against Arsenal. Switch plays and finds this Bayern Munich teammate, and here is an attack from Bayern Munich with this great chance for him to get a third goal, and he easily hold on to that ball, sends the long one, but that's what we find in the net. Leon Goretzka with that opportunity, but he eluded the old box there, and it's out for a goal kick to the Gunners.
Jude.
And you ask yourself, is that young man really 19?
Honestly, I keep asking myself, very mature. His dress sense is the way he composes himself, the way he speaks, honestly. Jude Bellingham, I think he's an old man in a young body.
I'll get back to the game. It's still Bayern Munich leading 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium, and also Real Madrid leading against the last year, or the defending champions of the UEFA Champions League, Manchester City. They need a big response against the Spaniard in the second half. Straight back, it's now Bayern Munich who are enjoying the better share of possession against Arsenal. Let's see if they will be getting the third goal in the second half, as we look forward to getting straight to the 1 hour mark of football already in the first quarter-final stages of the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, it's about getting into the hour mark, and we've seen goals in this game.
There's a chance for Manchester City, but that's won't be going into the back of the net. And we're shot there from the Manchester City midfielder there. Yes, Arsenal also attacking as Bukayo Saka, the first goal scorer for Arsenal, tries to run against Alphonso Davies, but Davies getting the better of the young England international. Bayern Munich releases possession to Arsenal, and he has a chance for Arsenal to go through, and they've won themselves a free kick. That looks like a bad foul there from Eric there.
Yeah, bad foul. The restriction is giving yellow card, but hey, it's a soft one anyway. It's not to look at that.
Oh, yeah, that was a hashtag, not. So I don't think there's anything soft about this.
This will be a yellow card offense, of course. It's a yellow card. Yeah, I think the replay just showed that it's a yellow card offense. Saka, the left back there has actually done a good work on him.
Yeah, Alphonso Davies, the transfer target for Arsenal, who is currently on set.
It looks like he might be going to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah. It looks transfer target for Real Madrid, sorry, not Arsenal. So, and it looks in all directions that he's going to leave, but Bayern doesn't want him to leave. But there's a gap in between.
There's a chance for Arsenal. Oh, a chance for Real Madrid to go 3. But that was skied by Vinicius Junior, sporting the number 7 jersey for Real Madrid. The Brazilian international couldn't put that into the back of the net after being set on goal by Rodrigo.
Wow, that's a good chance for Vinicius.
I think he crushed that across the woodworks. Let's see that again.
No. Went way off
And
target.
Martin Odegaard standing on this free kick duties for Arsenal in the 60th minute as we've reached 1 hour of football. Goes in
What
for
is
a
that?
T1, but still that into the hands of Manuel Neuer. You have to do something special to beat Manuel Neuer, not that kind of football.
Yeah, you have to do something special. Manuel Neuer, and whenever Bayern is leading, that's when you will now see him in these important games like this. You will see him, he will become a big feather goalkeeper, covering almost every place in front of goal. But I think if Arsenal can bring something extra, maybe the extra will be the decisive.
There's a chance for Bayern Munich to break, and here is the tormentor-in-chief himself, Leroy Sané, going straight against the Arsenal defender and finds himself in the box, easily cut out there. It's Arsenal who are back in possession. Wow, and faced what he has been doing since morning.
Yeah, one thing he has been doing, missing those chances, his final touch in the final
Has
touch
been
terrible.
questionable.
So I think he needs to do better. After getting that goal, he needs to really come to the party. It's not about just scoring one goal. Oh no, not I meant Gnabry scored the goal. Sané
assisted for
sorry,
the
I beg
second
your
one.
pardon. So I think he could do better after assisting that second one. He could do better than what he has done the second half.
Okay, let's see if he'll be doing better. And here's another chance for Bayern Munich to find himself in the box here. And holds onto the ball, beats his man in straight into the box, easily dispossessed there by the Arsenal midfielder. And easily cut out, and this is a chance with that sails off wide there. And he's going to go out for a goal kick.
And
to
I
the
think
Gunners.
if it was Goretzka in that position,
that might have
it would
just
have
been
been a
going
better
straight.
attempt. Yeah.
And it's the second minute of the second counter. Arsenal needs a big response in the last 28 minutes of the second counter to get a goal against Bayern Munich. And the attacking from Arsenal in the second half has not really been fantastic.
Yeah, it has not really been fantastic, but it has been an improvement on whatever they had in the first half. So if they can continue like this, maybe at some point in time, Bayern Munich defense will open up. And when they are presented with a chance, they better take it, because too many chances don't come in games.
There's
like
another
this.
opportunity for Arsenal to get that equalizer, and that is a caller there, but not going to beat the Bayern Munich goalkeeper. Chances are hard to come by for both teams in the second half, as both teams has just one shot apiece in the second half. Still 0 shots on target from both Arsenal and Bayern Munich in this game. And here is Alphonso Davies on the ball, sets it straight for Eric Dyer, who clears the lines for Bayern Munich. Straight into the Gunners, and then Arsenal coming all out there. And it's William Saliba on the ball, holds onto the ball, sends it straight, and it's Arsenal who are currently attacking against Bayern Munich, looking for that second goal. And here's a chance for Manchester City also, who are looking for that second goal, but straight into the hands of Nunez, the goalkeeper. Phil Foden with that shot, and he couldn't get that into the back of the net. Bukayo Saka with a chance to put a cross into the box, but straight into the hands of Manuel Neuer, the captain of Bayern Munich. It's 63 minutes gone, and it's looking like Bukayo Saka is in pain. Almost every week he's always in pain now.
Yeah, almost every week he's always in pain. The story of an average footballer these days, you heard them most of the time, many of them play football in pain, and they keep giving them painkillers to actually keep playing football.
For how long?
For how long, and that's the thing, and that's the issue with Bukayo Saka. And there's Euros in the summer, and England needs him a whole lot. They need him to be in a top performing level. But who can blame
64 minutes of action, and yes, Arsenal attacking and presented with another opportunity against Bayern Munich, but they couldn't just beat the line of the Bayern Munich defense. And we are in the 64th minute of this game, and looking at the Arsenal bench, is trying to see which player might just be changing the face of things for Arsenal. On the defense, there's Tomiyasu, there's Emile Smith-Rowe, there's Mohamed Elneny, Fabio Vieri, Thomas Partey, Rules Nelson, Edward Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus, and Leandro Trossard.
Yeah, I think Gabriel Jesus will do better. Somebody that can commit the defenders, that can take the ball to the defenders, try to dribble one or two, get fouls, get defenders on cards. I think Gabriel Jesus will be better.
And
I thought he would have started this game.
To the Bayern Munich to the Bayern Munich bench, we have two dangerous players there, Kingsley Coman and Thomas Muller. still on the bench.
Yeah, familiar foe for Arsenal Football Club, Thomas Muller. And still playing at this level at this age.
There's not a chance for Arsenal to beat or go straight against them. Bayern Munich. The light won't be hearing any of that as it went straight with a sliding, as a slide into Gabriel Martinelli there, and is out for a gun. Arsenal throwing, and Zinchenko will be standing on the throwing duties for the Gunners, and straight into the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Real Madrid who are looking for the third goal, and that's when we go into the back of the net for a shot there from Vavadi, straight off the goal post, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Manchester City in that one.
Yeah, goal kick to Manchester City in that one. And the game between Arsenal and Bayern, we can see Coman dressing up, and they were signing on the attack. Finds Manu Gnabry, who is in the box, only that and plays that shot, but went way over the bar, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. 66 minutes of that encounter, and still Arsenal trailing 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium.
And talking about substitution, we can see Kingsley Coman coming in from one tormentor-in-chief to another. Leroy Sané will be going out of this encounter, and will be replaced by the Frenchman Kingsley Coman in this encounter.
Yeah, right way to go. You saw the way Sané has been wasteful this second half, and bringing on Kingsley Coman, a more direct player that can actually press in and do some assist for Harry Kane, because they've not been really supplying him with passes in this second half. And if you supply Harry Kane with the passes, it will bring you the goodies. So I think this is the right way to go. And
Yeah,
you
we can
see
see Arsenal also preparing their own substitution as the Brazilian Gabriel Jesus being thrown into this game, and the Belgian Leandro Trossard also thrown into this encounter as he replaces Gabriel Martinelli, who has been finding it hard to beat Joshua Kimmich on that wing. Do you expect what's it called, Trossard to find it easy against Kimmich?
Yeah,
or it's looking like Trossard might just be playing the midfield, and Gabriel Jesus moving to the wing.
I think Gabriel Jesus will go to the center forward.
Okay, Kai Havertz coming straight to the midfield.
So they want to make it more attacking press up front, and Declan Rice will drop into the central defensive role. But I think now it will be more risky for us now to play two eye-line, because before they have two defensively minded midfielder, now is one, so they need to be more careful.
Okay, they need to be more careful. And yeah, it's Real Madrid breaking out on a counter against the Manchester City. Is the dispossessed, then it's going to go out for a throwing to Real Madrid. Vinicius with a quick throw-in and back into in possession of the ball. The Brazilian lost possession again, and straight is Manchester City who are back in possession, and back to the Arsenal game. Arsenal with opportunity to beat up Bayern Munich in the box there. Chance for Arsenal with that big equalizer, easily blocked there by the Bayern Munich defenders. And yes, Bayern Munich breaking out on the counter. Gnabry,
Manu Gnabry, yes.
Gnabry on the ball. Sergi Gnabry on the ball there. Returns it straight into the hands of Alphonso Davies, who gives it to the goalkeeper. Noah there, almost losing that in that position. And yes, Bayern Munich breaking out, and Kingsley Coman with opportunity to go straight against the Arsenal defense, and he holds onto the ball there in the box, and the pass back to Goretzka. Goretzka releases the pass there, and a chance for a shot there from Harry Kane. Tries to tee the goalkeeper, but couldn't get his shots on target.
Yeah, couldn't get his shot on target right there. A good attempt from Harry Kane, and he took a wicked deflection there off target right there, and it's going. I think it should be a corner.
Yeah, it should be a corner kick to Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich right there. So and Real Madrid on the attack right there, but hey, Ortega react fast and swift to that one. The right way it should go, and Ortega now taking it slow, deciding his future, because he said he's in a defining moment.
I think he needs to take it slow, because looking at how much he has kept out on Bayern Munich, at Manchester City whenever he's been called up, then you have to look at it that he has what it takes to also start at a top club also. So is Bayern Munich also preparing their second substitution in this encounter, and it's looking like Serge Gnabry might not be able to continue anymore.
Yeah, Serge Gnabry, the German.
I can see the frustration on the face of Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, I saw the frustration. You know, Bayern has not really been vintage the second half. If Arsenal can actually take their chances, they will really hurt this Bayern. And that's
for Man City.
That is the equalizer for Manchester City. And who else? That the England golden boy, Phil Foden, giving Manchester City the necessary and needed equalizer at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. It's currently Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 2.
Yeah, that's a bullet rocket. We saw him score one like that against Man U.
And he's currently in the form of his life this season.
Honestly,
He was scoring an hat-trick.
even scored an hat-trick this last weekend.
Yeah.
And getting this goal, this is a beauty.
Wow,
Look at
good
that
caller,
placement,
picked the spot very well there. And Warrior movements and Warrior shots from the UEFA Champions League
The
defending
keeper had no
champions.
chance.
And that is the second goal for Manchester City. Lunin had no chance at getting onto that, and we can see the substitution. That is the confirmation of the substitution for Bayern Munich in that game. It's Rafael Guerrero who has replaced the injured Leroy Sergi Gnabry in that encounter. It's 70th minute, and it's a corner kick to Bayern Munich, who are looking for that security third goal against Arsenal. But that was a low played corner kick and had no much power, but it's going to go out for a throw into Bayern Munich. 71st minute of that game, 19 more minutes to go. Look at that romance between Odegaard and
I think that can be a penalty. Had it been the ball
Yeah.
gets to him, it can be a penalty. Honestly, they should be careful with attempts like this in the box.
Well, talking about Bayern Munich, it's looking like they've really improved in the second half. They've been holding on to the ball, but shots on target has really been hard to come by in the second half.
Yeah, early times of the second half, they were a bit not settled. But since they've settled down in the second half, they've really begin to lay their claim on the game.
Offside call. Yeah. That's an offside call against Kingsley Coman, who was almost getting in promising position against the Gunners' defense. And it's the 71st minute. Let's go straight to analysis of statistics of those games. Arsenal enjoying the better share of ball possession, with 60% of ball possession, while Bayern Munich had just 40% of ball possession. 12 total shots from the Gunners, 6 total shots from Bayern Munich. 2 shots on target for Bayern Munich, 3 shots on target for Arsenal, 4 shots off target for Arsenal, 5 block shots from the Gunners, 3 shots off target for Bayern Munich, and 1 block shot off for Bayern Munich. And it has just been 3 corner kicks in this game, 2 to Arsenal, 1 to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it has been a game that we've not seen so many corner kicks. And, you know, a lot of bookies will be really praying and hoping right there. So, because 72nd minute of the game, just having 3 corner kicks is not the best way to go. But it's a game that the two teams has really tried to come and lay their stake on the game. But hey, it has not really worked out.
And the gaffer, we've seen Arsenal made 2 substitutions in the second half, or 3 substitutions, but we saw 2 just now. Gabriel Jesus coming in for Jorginho, and Trossard also replacing Gabriel Martinelli. What response, or what do you think these 2 players will be bringing into the Arsenal attack?
Of course, they're going to bring more attack and more, more bite to the Arsenal team. We're already seeing the result. Arsenal, I think, since the introduction of Gabriel Jesus and the other players, they have, the face of the game have actually changed. And if you look at it, it's even becoming more difficult for the Bayern Munich side to even get to the 18 box of the Arsenal. Of Arsenal. Most of the games is either played in the midfield or in the other half of the Bayern Munich side. And with time, we're going to see a goal come from either Gabriel Jesus or one of these new substitutes.
Okay, that's it.
Or Kai Havertz, because he has even the presence of Gabriel Jesus has also opened way for Kai Havertz to get a goal here.
Okay, let's see if that goal will be coming for Arsenal in that encounter as we're approaching the 74th minute of this game. 16 more minutes to go in that encounter. Arsenal still needing that big equalizer against Bayern Munich. It's never easy going to the Allianz Arena to play against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's never easy, especially with the number 12th man on the field, which are the fans. In this stadium now, the fans are not really there. Due to that ban by UEFA, due to the away fans behavior. And that is
the third goal.
Number 3
for Manchester City at the Santiago Bernabeu. And who else than Josko Vadoy with that goal? And he was almost going to Real Madrid, but chose Manchester City, and he has gotten a goal for Manchester City. Another shot into the top corner, and it looks like that shot from Phil Foden has opened a way forward for Manchester City.
It's unlike Manchester City's game we used to see in the Premier League and even the Champions League. Most time they want to score the goal, they want to play into your half and get the goal. You know,
They do take
yeah, but
shots.
not really. It was once in a while you see them take shot.
Not
Rodri.
once in a while.
Rodri?
It was
Yeah, apart from Rodri.
no.
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it was the Man City of the first season Guardiola came.
Well,
that
look
you
at
want
that.
to
Look
pass
at that
the
into
ball.
the top corner.
But these ones, they shoot at sight. Look at Phil Foden. You know how many goals he has scored shooting at sight. Talk less of Rodri. Talk less of Kevin De Bruyne. We can keep counting and keep counting.
Even
Look
the
at
goal,
this
even
is
the
a
goal Kevin De
defender.
Bruyne scored against what's he called against Crystal Palace was also a shot.
It was a shot, yeah. So, and look at Phil Foden. This last game, the hat-trick he scored, I think
Two of it
them
was a shot outside the team, but yeah.
I
Against
think
Manchester City, who has turned that game around in that game against Real Madrid. Real Madrid enjoying the better share of possession, but Bayern Munich, okay, it's now Bayern Munich enjoying the better share of possession. Sorry, 67% of ball possession to Manchester City and just 33% to Real Madrid, and that goal was justifiable, and that is why they are back in that game in the 72nd minute. Still 18 more minutes to go. Response can still come from Real Madrid. We know how they do it very well. And
Yeah,
straight. Okay, continue.
response can come from Real Madrid, and you know whenever you are playing Real Madrid, anything can happen. Is Real Madrid going on the attack right there, Vinicius Junior? But couldn't get that one on target. That was quick defending by Akanji right there. Brilliant defending from him.
Okay, straight.
Closing down Vinicius.
All right, straight to the Arsenal game. Is currently in the 76th minute, and that second goal has still eluded the Gunners as they've sent almost all the players up front to look for that equalizer. And here's a chance for us now. And here is Gabriel Jesus, and
That's
the
a goal.
equalizer.
You
And
see what I
that
was
is the
talking about,
equalizer.
Gabriel?
Trossard with that equalizer, and that is a combination of the two players brought in, Gabriel Jesus and Trossard, both combining for the Arsenal equalizer in the 76th minute. They destroy the Bayern Munich on defense.
Yeah, they destroyed the defense. Look at that swift cut, that change of direction of play by Gabriel Jesus. And he did that one, laid it down well for Trossard. And that's the way to go. Look at it. Look at how they got that ball down, headed that down, and finds Saka, who links up. Look at what Gabriel Jesus did
Beat one, beat
and
two.
dropped it.
Wow.
Good
That's
goal.
what I was talking about.
Good goal
Hold
for
up play.
Arsenal in that encounter, and Manuel Neuer beaten for the second time in the second encounter. I think he should be looking towards calling its end.
No, not really. I think he can still do better.
I think
These goals
it
he
should
has
be like that. It should be
considered.
like that. It should be like 35 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be like 35, but
Well,
he
you
can
can't
still
actually-
stay at goal till
yeah.
like his 40
But
years.
this goal now you
We
can't
saw
have.
Gianluigi Buffon. The goals he has considered there, I don't think any of it are his fault.
Yeah.
And he has really even saved the one-on-one against Ben White. So I think Manuel Neuer is still
Wow,
good.
he's 38 years old.
38 years, yeah, he's more than 35. It's 38 years. Because the last FIFA World Cup, I think it was more than 35 already.
You know, with this goal now, you see the confidence of the Arsenal side will build, you know. But let it not be like the overconfidence they had in the first half. The call it over anxiety they had.
You know, I told
Yeah,
you that the way they started the
Yeah.
second half, when you're back against the wall, the only way you can go is to go back. So
Yes,
This is
Bayern
what
Munich attacking and looking for that third goal against Arsenal. But there's still a lot of minutes to play in this game. 12 more minutes to go in regulation time. So anybody can still get this victory in this encounter. And we've seen Bayern Munich also lose from winning position.
yes, Bayern Munich lose this weekend. Is
Yeah,
a
I guess
very
India.
fresh example, leading 2-0 and ended up losing the game 3-2. So I think Thomas Tuchel's days are numbered in the Bayern Munich dugout. He's leaving at the end of the season, and I still think that I don't think he's the only one to blame from this Bayern Munich woes. Really, I don't think so.
All right, this is the 79th minute of that game, and it's going to be a free kick to to Bayern Munich, sorry, as they look to set out the pace of this game and look for that third goal against the Gunners. It's still Real Madrid also looking for that equalizer against Manchester City in a 5-goal thriller, and this is an opportunity for Real Madrid to break against Manchester City. Easily defended here, and the referee says place has to continue, not a foul against the Real Madrid player. Manchester City in possession, sends that back to Stefan Ortega, the goalkeeper. And back to the Arsenal game is Manuel Neuer, who sends a long one straight into the hands of Alphonso Davies, and easily caught out there. Is going to go out for a throw-in to Arsenal, and we are approaching the 80th minute of this game.
Yeah, approaching the 80th minute of this game. It has been an expressive second half, a more entertaining second half by the Arsenal setup. And I think that if they have approached this game like this from the first half, I don't think they will go 2-1 down. And right there, Zechenko should be careful so that they don't get it on a counter. Look at the way Bayern are really arriving. And they have this attacking danger, especially with the presence of Harry Kane, who can really come. An half chance for Harry Kane can be a goal.
How do you actually feel the injury to Serge Gnabry and replacing or withdrawing Leroy Sané has already been a problem too for Bayern Munich in this game?
Yeah, mainly Gnabry, because he has been the danger man in this game, doing the positive things for Bayern going forward. But when you look at it, he's injured. Who do they bring in? Rafael Guerrero. That shows how depleted, how quality lacking Bayern Munich squad is. And that's why when you look at the Bayern problem, you can't just pick out the coach alone, because another coach will still come here and still fail with this set of players if a lot of quality is not injected into this set.
I guess at the 81st minute of that account, 9 more minutes to go in regulation time in the game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, and it's all tied up at 2-2 in that account at the Emirates Stadium. Bayern Munich looking to go back on top of those games. Kingsley Coman, who was brought down in the midfield, and it's going to be a free kick to Bayern Munich in the 81st minute. Straight to the game between Real Madrid and the Manchester City, where Real Madrid are currently losing 3-2 at home at the Santiago Bernabeu. They'll also be looking to come back in this one. An opportunity for Real Madrid to get that response, and the referee says no. That is not going to be a foul against Jude Bellingham. Rather, it's going to be a goal kick to Manchester City.
Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick to Manchester City. Way to go, way to go. Right decision. Akanji putting his body in the way. I don't think that touch is heavy enough for Bellingham to go down like that. And I think that's spot-on decision from the referee.
Okay, so it's second minute of that game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, and Arsenal breaking out, looking for that needed third goal to confirm their victory over Bayern Munich. Sends one long ones, tries to cut off, sends it straight into the hands of the winger there. But it's cut out, and it's Bayern Munich breaking out right now against Arsenal. A pass to Harry Kane, who tees up Guerrero on the right wing there, and across the left wing, and that is the equalizer from Real Madrid in that game against Man City, and that is the way to go at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah, this game is war, right, left, and center, and that's the way to go.
Look at that movement, and look at that beauty in that goal. Across on the field, and went for a slap. Valverde with that equalizer.
Look at that beauty.
Typical Valverde goal.
Yeah, typical Valverde goal. I know Vinicius would have been timing that one before he dropped that, but knew his guy from training, and he knows how to give the kind of finish he gave here.
And it's for a third time.
No chance.
And for a third time in this game, Stefan Ortega has been beaten by the Real Madrid attack line. Valverde with a goal in this game, Rodrigo also with a goal, and Ruben Diaz giving out an own goal in this encounter. And the game winner is still 2-2 in that encounter. Is in the 83rd minute. 7 more minutes to go. 7 more minutes for Arsenal to find that lead, and 7 more minutes for Bayern Munich to find that away victory over Arsenal. And Bayern Munich, who are currently in possession and attacking against the Gunners at the Emirates Stadium. Sends the pass straight into the hands of Kingsley Coman, who hasn't really looked who has really looked explosive since coming into this game. And back, and he holds onto the ball, tries to beat 2 Arsenal defenders, and still on the ball there. Sends it back into the midfield, and still Bayern Munich attacking. And here's another chance for Real Madrid to finally take the lead in quick succession, but the goalkeeper says no, and it's out for a corner kick. Bellingham with that opportunity, but couldn't get a good firm held of that ball.
Yeah, he couldn't keep that ball right there to have a better chance at goal, but it's still a corner kick. They can do something from that corner kick, and that was a very, very good defense. I think from John Stones right there.
Yes, Arsenal will be having the free kick against Bayern Munich in the 84th minute of that game. 6 more minutes to go in regulation time. And the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City is also in the 81st minute, as Real Madrid will has an opportunity to send the cross, but Manchester City will break out on the counter against Real Madrid. Talking about one man who has really been quiet in this game, Erling Haaland.
Yeah, Erling Haaland has been quiet, not so many chances to him. And that's how it gets many of the times when Kevin De Bruyne is not on the field of play. I think Guardiola needs to do more about that. He really needs to do better. He really needs to do better on that. And Cavaja should keep his head down. He should be very careful so that he doesn't get sent off for Real Madrid. He's one of the most experienced players in the squad.
There's another chance for us now to find that winner, but Bukayo Saka couldn't tee up any gunners in the box there, and he's going to go out for a throw into Bayern Munich. It's the 85th minute, 5 more minutes to go in regulation time. I can't just have enough of that goal by Federico Valverde.
Yeah,
That's
that
a classical goal.
classical goal, top goal from Valverde right there, and he really spot on the.
It's looking like Arsenal will be
Madrid.
sending Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
Are they wanting to defend that, or do they want to defend right now?
No, I think they need a guy that can keep the ball at the center midfield.
Oh,
You know
Kayaba is
what
doing
he did was to withdraw one defensively minded player for them to score. They got the goal, and he had to just twerk it back to a two defensively minded midfielder, removing Kayava, who looks more tired, and Declan Rice can also go and come back. Partey is a better holding player than Declan Rice as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, let's see what the Ghanaian international Thomas Partey is going to bring into this game for the remaining 4 minutes of this encounter. Still 4 minutes to go in regulation time, and Arsenal can still do the complete comeback over Bayern Munich. And it's Bayern Munich breaking from back and is delayed with a long one straight, tries to get through to the runnings of Kingsley Coman, and the referee says play on and sets it straight into the midfield. And here is Bayern Munich attacking with opportunity. That should be an infringement, and yes, the referee spotted that infringement against Bukayo Saka, and it's going to be a free kick to Bayern Munich as Musiala was brought down by Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, that was a foul by Bukayo Saka, but he needed to tame that run because if he could get into the dangerous area, it might spell doom for Arsenal after fighting to come back into this
Yes,
game.
it's the 7th minute, and it's a free kick to Bayern Munich. Let's see what they're going to make out of this. We can still see the players having a discussion, and David Raya in goal post for Arsenal will be looking to have a hold on this. And let's see what Bayern Munich will be making out of that. And it's back to the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City. It's Real Madrid who are looking for that 4th goal in the 6-goal thriller between them and the Manchester City.
Yeah, 6-goal thriller, exciting game. Looking at the way the two teams has been going at each other, and that's the way to go. We want to see goals in football games. Goals rules this game, and goals is everything football wants to see week in, week out. And they've given us 6. We can't wait to see more.
I guess 6 goals at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium and 4 also at the Emirates Stadium to tee 8 up at 10 goals on the first day of quarter-final of the UEFA Champions League, and still draws on at both centers.
Yeah, still draws at both centers. Exciting games so far, and this is just too sweet and lovely dish of a meal football has given us tonight, and I just hope that tomorrow will live up to expectations.
Yes, still interesting games to come tomorrow in the UEFA Champions League, and don't forget to be with us on Premier Sports Fan Center as we'll be in the studio to give you analysis and proceedings for 90 minutes of those games. And back to this game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, it's the 88th minute of that encounter, and both teams still chasing this game to look to get a late drama victory in this encounter. Let's see which of the two teams will be getting that late goal, or will they be settling for a 2-2 draw. It's Arsenal currently attacking right there against Bayern Munich and looks to come forward against Bayern Munich. Let's see if Arsenal will be getting that goal and holding on to the ball. There comes inward. There is still Arsenal in possession and sends it back to Zinchenko in the midfield, and Zinchenko tees it up and finds Trossard, and Trossard on the ball comes inward there for Arsenal, but easily dispossessed, and yeah, it's Bayern Munich breaking out and just one. That should be a yellow card to
Yeah,
Thomas
you have
Partey.
to take that
You
for
have to
the
take
team.
that for the team.
You have
At
to take that
the
for the
8th and 9th minute of that game.
Yeah, 89th minute of that game. That was a wrong pass from Trossard, and
We know how dangerous Musiala can be.
yeah, he knows how dangerous, and that's what you do when you are a proper pivot player. You know when to take one for the team, and it's very important.
Okay, that is very much important as well. Currently in the 89th minute, approaching the 90th minute of that game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. 2-2 it stands at the Emirates Stadium. Let's see. Here is Vinicius Junior, who has just been replaced by Joselu in that encounter, and he will be up for the next 5 minutes or the remaining 5 minutes of regulation time in that game. It's always rare to see Vinicius being taken out.
Yeah, it's always rare to see Vinicius being taken out, and but this game he has come to the party, but you know he's playing an unfamiliar role today, so you can really cut him some slack. At least he got an assist, and that is thumbs up.
There's another chance for Bayern Munich against the Gunners, and the cross, oh, the woodwork to the rescue there. And Arsenal will be taking the stars there. And Bayern Munich was almost taking that at the late of this game. And here's a chance for Arsenal to also attack against Bayern Munich late into this encounter. Trossard on the ball there, comes inward, finds Thomas Partey in the midfield. And Partey goes off there, finds Odegaard, and the captain comes inward against matches against Bayern Munich. And yes, still Arsenal in possession. Thomas Partey on the ball, lost possession, and it's Bayern Munich who are back in possession of the ball. Holds onto the ball in the midfield and attacking against Arsenal right now in the 90th minute of this encounter. Any moment from now, we'll be seeing how much minutes will be added by the central referee. And also, Phil Foden has been replaced by Alvarez, if I'm not mistaken, there.
And he's leaping off.
And he's leaping off, and this is an injury Pep Guardiola won't be pleased to see.
Yeah, he won't want to be pleased to see Foden out injured, because he's one of the important players for Man City this season, and he has showed it today with that beautiful second half strike against Real Madrid. So I think the doctors will do all they can to actually make sure he's available for the return leg.
Okay, it's 5 minutes of football still to be played at the Emirates Stadium as Arsenal and Bayern Munich is currently 2-2. Wow, that was almost it.
Yeah, that was almost going to the net. Went through the legs of
David Raya.
But went against the woodwork. That is really, really good attempt from there right there. And is Arsenal back in possession? Zinchenko with the ball right now. He finds his teammate Declan Rice in the midfield. Oh, Saliba, and finds returning it back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko still looking for his teammate to pass the ball to. It looks like Bayern Munich are now playing all men behind the ball, trying to defend this job. And the play has been intercepted by Musiala, who finds Guerrero on the wing. Returns it to Musiala, but was easily intercepted by Arsenal. Intercepted again by Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich taking the game to Arsenal, playing from left to right. And is Bayern Munich attacking via the right-hand side of the midfield. But he has been dispossessed and won easily by Declan Rice straight to Thomas Partey, who sends a long one for the run of Bukayo Saka, who controls that one, had to cut back into the midfield and could not find another Arsenal player going forward. He had to return it back to Ben White, who finds Saliba straight to Thomas Partey, and Thomas Partey with the ball right now, and is Arsenal trying to see if they can penetrate through the Bayern Munich.
Yeah, let's see if Arsenal can penetrate through the Bayern Munich midfield, and still Zinchenko on the ball for Arsenal as it sets it straight into the hands of Trossard, who could keep that in possession, and it's going to go out for a throw into Bayern Munich in the 3rd minute of 5-minute additional time. And another chance in that game is still Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 3, as that game is also getting close to the later stage as we are approaching the 90th minute in that encounter. Still 3-3 in that encounter at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, and we had 6 different goal scorers in that game. Crazy game. Yeah. And back to this game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. We are currently in the 3rd minute of 5-minute addition. So we're a shot there from Carvajal, the standing captain for Real Madrid, but that's only going to the back of the net. Trossard on the ball for Arsenal against Bayern Munich, and it's Bayern Munich who has regained possession, but back into the hands of Zinchenko, who finds Gabriel, and Gabriel holds onto the ball, sends it straight for William Saliba, and Saliba comes inward for Arsenal, returns it to Gabriel, and Gabriel holds onto it, finds Zinchenko, who has been everywhere from Arsenal since coming in.
Yeah, Zinchenko has been everywhere for Arsenal since coming in, dropping into the midfield and setting those penetrating passes. And that's a good one for a left wing back, and it will just only increase the options for the coach, Mikel Arteta, going forward. And I think that was what inspired that substitution, and it has paid off for it.
Yeah, that's really paid off on those substitutions by Mikel Arteta, has really been top-notch into this fixture against Bayern Munich, and it's looking like all things being equal, this game might just be settled as a full-time draw between Bayern Munich and Arsenal. But there's still a drama as we still have 1 full minute to be played at the Emirates Stadium.
Yeah, and drama still happens in football week in, week out. And another can still happen here. 1 minute of play is still a lot of time in a football game, and it's because Saka attacking with the ball right there, finds Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey moving into position, finds Odegaard, who turns on the one. Oh, but was easily intercepted by that Bayern Munich player. Arsenal players protesting a free kick, but the referee says no. Raya finds Saliba right there, who finds Gabriel. And is Arsenal trying to see if they can at least get a win at their home ground. Because going away from home, you don't know what you will get on the road. Wow. Right there, Ben White right there finds Thomas Partey, who sets his forward for Saka to chase, and Saka dribbles the penalty. And the referee says,
oh, that's a penalty.
No, let's see it again.
I think
VR should be checking that, and that was a good opportunity for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, but Mane Neuer on rushing came to the rescue for Bayern Munich, and yes, Bayern Munich attacking against the Gunners for an opportunity on the fifth minute on dot of this second half of the additional time. Sorry. It might just be an opportunity, and we can see the Arsenal players still going straight to the referee, asking for him to wait for that. And there's a VR check on that. I think the referee is saying that VR didn't call him.
I see the referee said that after beating the goalkeeper already, if there was a contact, that was
no, it was Saka who went straight into him. It was Saka who went into him, not Neuer going to Saka there. I don't think that was a penalty. That's not going to be a penalty. And that is not going to be a penalty. That is the full time at the Emirates Stadium. It ended 2-2 between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. And there's everything to be played for. There's everything to be played for at the Allianz Arena Stadium.
Yeah, I think Saka should do better right there. He could have just gone with the ball. Why will you wait for that tackle when you know that VR is available? So, congratulations to the two teams.
Yeah, congratulations to the two teams as that game ended 2-2 in that encounter. To a game where we have in 3-3 scoreline is that game between Real Madrid and Manchester City, as we're currently in the 3rd minute of additional time. And it's looking like that game is also destined for the end 3-3.
Yeah, it looks more like a game that went 3-3, but hey, miracles still they happen. Miracles happens in football, so maybe any of the side can just nick it at the death, but I don't see that happening. I think this game looks more like a game that went 3-3.
Okay, we're currently in the 4th minute of 6 minutes, and you can see Bukayo Saka showing his displeasure at not getting that penalty.
Yeah, he's showing his displeasure right there, and he just sold out that tackle.
Yeah, he could have gone for the goal.
Yeah,
because there was nobody. Yeah,
it was too obvious. He left the ball and went for the tackle.
Yeah, you can score from there.
You can score from there.
Yes,
the closest defender that was in that ball was far away from him. Was far away from the ball. Bukayo Saka, with that move, would have been the one to get to the ball before the defender. But I don't know why he decided to look for a penalty.
I don't know. Really.
Okay, back to the game between Real Madrid and Manchester City, and it's Real Madrid with one last opportunity to get a victory over Manchester City in the second half. But in the 5th minute of additional time in that game, and it's still tied up at 3-3. Let's see if there will be late dramas at the Santiago Bernabeu. No dramas is going to happen as the referee has just signaled the end of that game, and it's full time at the Santiago Bernabeu. It's ended 3-3 between Real Madrid and Manchester City. All to be played for at the Etihad Stadium.
Yeah, all to be played for at the Etihad Stadium. You see Bukayo Saka expressing his frustration.
But that's not a penalty. I don't really understand.
I don't think that's a penalty. It should. That is just pure inexperience. That ball, you go for it, the goalkeeper will come for you because he wants the ball. So when you go for the ball, like look at it. After that dribble,
look at the next defender that was with him, far away from the ball.
Far away, that's what I'm saying.
Look at the leg was there already. He was one went into that leg.
And funnily, if you had gone for the ball, Neuer might have went to in for that tackle. So.
And that might just be one of the determinant factor in this game.
Yeah, it might be a really big factor right there.
Okay, it's full time also at that game between Real Madrid and Manchester City, as Erling Haaland could add to his goal tally in the UEFA Champions League. It ended 3-3 between Real Madrid and Manchester City, and also ended 2-2 between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. On Arsenal returned to the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal. And it's a pleasure having you guys in the studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, that's about how much we can take on tonight's edition of our Watch Along on Premier Sport Fan Center. Do join us tomorrow for the big one between Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain. Mbappe is still looking for that Champions League, and this season might just be that season where he finally gets to win the Champions League for PSG. That is the beauty of UEFA Champions League. You can't say it's over until it's over, but it's over tonight in our studio. Till we come your way tomorrow, it's bye for now.
Yeah, bye for now.